Right. What is up, YouTube? Now, I already know what some of you might be thinking. Wait, why is Chris starting up a stream on Wednesday when normally he only streams on Fridays? Well, there's something new that I want to try on the channel tonight. A little experiment, if you will. I want to try this new thing where I stream solo on one random day of the week. It could be Saturday, could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Just any random day of the week. And then when it comes to, and then when Friday rolls around, that's my regularly scheduled stream with Kason. So, that's the first announcement I want to get out of the way, is that, yeah, this is a new setup that I'm trying, solo streaming, and so basically that means we're now streaming, or the plan is to now stream twice a week. I have no interest in becoming a daily streamer because that just sounds like an extremely fucking boring life to me. But, hey, Random Gamer, what's up, brother? I hope you're doing well in your area. I hope the storm didn't knock you guys out too bad. Missouri, the worst we got was just was like 6 or 7 inches of snow and really cold weather, but we're out of it now, so there's that. So that's the first announcement I wanted to make on this new setup. The second announcement is the Final Fantasy Adventure playthrough has been postponed. Moving forward, it didn't turn out too bad. Here, a bit of snow and ice, but not bad. Well, hey, as long as there were no power outages, I think we're all good. As far as I know, we didn't get any power outages in Cape Girardeau or any of the surrounding area. But going forward, I want to not announce what my next playthroughs are or what playthroughs I'm working on are going to be until they are fully recorded, because I've noticed the last several times I've noticed, like, when I announce or when I have advanced knowledge of what game everybody is expecting me to play, it kind of takes the passion to really finish playing it completely out of my system. That happened a few times last year. It happened with Mega Man Legends. It happened with Twilight Princess, even though I adore Twilight Princess, and Mega Man Legends, even though that was my first time playing it, was actually pretty fucking good. And my give a fuckingness about Jurassic World just kind of fizzled out. And unfortunately that happened again with Final Fantasy Adventure. So, moving forward, no more announcing what playthrough I've got coming down the line until I've finished recording it from start to finish. Even if that means keeping you guys in the dark, I figure it'll help keep you guys on your toes. You'll never know what to expect. Is Chris going to upload this week? Is he going to upload a couple weeks from now? And what is he going to be playing? And since we're not doing this since the announcements are only going to come after I've recorded all of my footage, the next playthrough is Dead Space. I already did Dead Space some years ago as a series, but I'm going to be redoing it as one video. It's the original Dead Space, the 2008 version. So it's going to be about a 7.5 hour video, probably. Well, we'll see. No, Kason, you don't have to postpone You don't have to postpone your playthrough of the remake. Like, your schedule, honestly, Kason, your upload schedule should revolve around what you're doing, not what I'm doing. Because that's what my schedule revolves around, what I'm doing. It always has. Why the fuck did I just click out of the Go Live feature? Or why did I just close that window? Okay. Very professional setup, apparently. So, no, Kason, if you want to play the Dead Space remake, you go right ahead. Actually, I just noticed how much Dead Space... Speaking of Dead Space, I'm just now noticing how much Dead Space is around my head. Let me fix that. There we go. Do I seem like a copycat? Also, I'm only in the live chat tonight because... hey, so yeah, Kason and I will be doing we will return to our regularly scheduled two-fisted live stream on Friday, where we will be doing a bottom of the bin segment on Zombies 2, which I have not watched yet. I'm not going to watch it until Friday, like before we go live, and I haven't figured out when I haven't figured out when we're going to go live just yet. Well, you've got the night off, Kason. All you got to do is just chill in the chat. That's all you need. So, let's begin. Andrew Kahn released a new video, and oh my lord, it's Cyrax. Yeah, old babyface, Trevor Phillips, the later years looking ass. If Duck Dynasty was set in Los Santos. I still cannot tell if that's supposed to be a beard or if he slathered a bunch of crazy glue on his face and then went down on Chewbacca. Butthead, the sex offender years looking ass. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! So, let's begin.
To any ICE agent that thinks they're gonna come into my home,
why would ICE agents come into your house? Are you harboring illegals in there? I can't think of any illegal that would want to go into your house. There's a very offensive accent-oriented joke I could make here, but I'm not going to. Plus, I don't know enough Spanish. In an ugly competition, I apparently have competition. At least I haven't done any of the horrendous things. Yeah, neither have I. And I would hope that neither has anybody who follows our channels. Oh boy, went to an ugly contest and they said, sorry, no professionals.
and terrorize me and my family.
What?
And terrorize me and my family.
Why would they be terrorizing you? You're not an illegal immigrant. You're not harboring illegal immigrants, as far as I know. I can't think of any reason why an illegal immigrant would want you harboring them. Then again, Chance doesn't know the difference between ICE and the DEA. So, there's that. That's right, Case, and I saw a couple of Kai's videos on him. I haven't watched his most recent one, the one where it's like he's signed on to a record company, quote unquote.
Dipped. Place all fucked up. Rolled hard, hung up wet is an understatement.
Oh boy, looks like he was like when he was a baby, he was thrown into a potato sack and beaten against a ceiling fan while it was running at full speed.
Petting your hair? Oh, you got them rabies. He got rabies. Salmonella. Got some issues. Don't worry, bub. I believe you and your tent's fine. Gosh, you're awful. You're awful to look at. I farted.
Yes, you did fart. You did fart, Andrew. We all heard it. All right. Dude, you know what's bad when Andrew Kahn, that's all he can come up with. Because normally his insults are just like bam, 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 bam. Apparently I can't snap my fingers that well tonight. Bam, bam. Oh, jeez. I need a sip of water after that. Ugh. Ugh. He legit looks like Quasimodo's herniated ball sack. That's all I can really say. So, next up, we've got something new from Fail Army. Insane CCTV and dashcam fails. Let's just get it going. Bust the ass. Classic.
I just maybe felt like getting some,
Oh. I ain't got no eyebrows! I ain't got no eyebrows! That video was shorter than my mirror. Oh, Kason, come on! Oh. Ooh. Where's the... Ooh. Alright, let's go back to... Oof! Busted his shin on the hitch and then busted his face. Still on good terms, lots of changes. Well, tonight, Kason. Tonight it's just gonna be a night of chill. Alright. It's good that you two are still on good terms. And that's all I really have to say. Not to sound like a dismissive prick. I am, even though I am a prick. But, you know, let's just... I'm just gonna do what I can to entertain you. Staying single for the time being. Hey! Been single for 32 years, and I don't know... for the time being, I'm not looking to change that. So... Well, been single for almost 33 years. Yep. No, Kason, your hacker did not drop any names. Honey, I lost to Starbucks. And now I ain't got no spine. What'd I call you out here for anyway? white girls. Ooh, you ain't got no tailbone now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yep, he's gonna.
You are.
That incident may or may not have been fueled by alcohol. Hey, so Kason, I actually looked at my analytics, and a sizable chunk of my viewers watch my stuff on a TV. I think that's. I actually think that's kind of interesting. Damn! What was a table covered in gasoline? Oh, the joy of pets. Shit! What the fuck? Kate Baker from Vol Podcast on Meth looking at. Oh, dude. How you gonna miss the porch and the truck and then completely hit the balcony as you roll over? Oh, and you hit a mailbox, too. Woo! Them gas stoves. Dumbass. I don't know how you fuck up this bad, Casey. Oof.
Helvete. Ja, fine.
Oh, that landing. That landing. Good job. Oh. What? Somebody's birthday just got ruined. Oh. I don't know, Kason. I don't know. Damn. So drunk I've never seen anybody so drunk that they... Bro. Just bro. Well, at least you stayed on. My dude.
Just don't look me in.
The fuck? Oh, it's one of those. Oh, somebody didn't have the... Hold on.
Just don't look me in.
It must have been one of those, like, latch gimmicks, and he didn't have it, and they didn't have it on. So, alright, what'd you send me, Kason? If we have time later, I'll check it out. Or I could save it for when it's the both of us. So, but like I said, if we have time later, I'll play it on the stream. Woo! Pexo's underrated, but if not, we can wait a couple weeks. Well, like I said, Kason, if we got time at the end of the stream, I will most definitely play it tonight. But if not, I will save it for our next two-fisted react stream. Why would you sit outside in that bad of a wind? Why would you be outside in that wind anyway? Woo-wee. Yep. There's going to be a lot of slip and falls in this video. There were a lot of slip and falls in the last one we watched. There are a lot of people with sub 70 IQs that should not be on the road but are on the road anyway. Why is that uncovered? That seems like an oversight. Uh-oh. Should have just let it melt. Or gotten a ladder. Because now you gotta reinstall it. There goes your insurance. Ooh. But if you close your eyes... Oh, dude. Dude.
And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you're not retarded at all? And if you close your eyes...
What the hell happened with that last one? Oh, okay, I get it. Chicken flew out of the back of that truck. Took me a second. Uh-oh. When your cat... Good job, Bethany, or whatever your name is. Oh, shit. Ah!
Hey.
That's not a toy, kitty. I would play Deja Vu by Dave Rogers for that clip, but I don't want to get copyright claimed.
All right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it.
Uh-oh. What, did she kick him in the... She either got him in the head or she got him in the nuts. Uh-oh! How did you lose that... CrossFit? Where bad form is the norm. Granny don't play. Well, there goes your drywall. Drunk FIFA just hits different.
Carl, leave.
Carl, I already gave you 2 pieces of bread. You need to go home. Find somebody else to feed you. You just ate.
Carl's like, stop hogging it all. Give me all the bread.
No.
Carl's done with your shit. Oh. I was about to turn into a recreation of Lethal Weapon 2. That's one way to douche. Dog tried to fight me after I called him a dick for trampling on my... Dude, animals are hella petty. They got no reason to be so petty, but they are. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit! Just barely avoided a concussion. Oof. You look like you seen a ghost. Ooh. The wind blowing away your dumpster, that sucks. That blows. One of the reasons I don't like hoodies. Oh shit! What? Oh. That tire was not put in like it should have been. Probably payback for accidentally stepping on the shock collar remote and hitting shock button earlier. If so, valid crash out. Doesn't matter if you apologize. Doesn't matter if you apologize. That dog is still going to be like...
Do not accept your apology.
Ugh. Should have changed his name to Negan. Hey, now you're asking for it. Ooh. Oh no, oh no. Gonna lose the watermelon. He's gonna lose the watermelon.
No.
Post Malone with no tattoos isn't real. Hurt you? Dude, if you were smart, you would have held the watermelon up here. You would have set this down. Whatever gimmick you had going on in your left arm here, you would have set that down. You would have taken your keys out. Guy in blue shirt earlier had no shoes. Ugh. Whew. Then again, I've been guilty of where if I go grocery shopping and I have like multiple bags, I'm guilty of trying to fit like 4 or 5 bags on this arm, like another like 3 or 4 bags on this arm. I got like a 6-pack of root beer and a bag of potatoes, and I'm trying to carry everything all at once because I keep forgetting that I'm not a fucking octopus. Ooh, somebody's hood is... Wait, has that been there since the start of the video? Yep. What'd you scrape your ass? Oh, he lost his pants.
Man. I think you might have cooked one.
Oh! Yeet! Gravity just told him yeet. But I still have something to do despite not having a right church. You know, I'd rather you focus on those. Well, hey, you know, one or the other. Either one works. God and laughter, they can both heal, just in different manners. You probably should have checked to see if the lid was still on that thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't lose the pizza.
Are you okay?
Don't faceplant on the pizza. What the... What the hell? Try to be considerate of others. Just let it try. Also, where the fuck did Electra come from? I got no idea. Oof. What happened? Who leaked footage from my apartment CCTV? Bro. Ooh! Ah! Baby got back. She got Jack. There's a dark story behind a Barty actor, but let's not go down that rabbit hole. Oh, hey, there's a dark story behind most characters, most guys who play child-friendly characters, and the producers of those shows. Why are you doing this inside? Why would you do that inside?
Goodbye. You're done.
What the hell was that?
Oh, its tail stuck in the Roomba. It was. Oh. Somebody got a package. Somebody got a package. Uh-oh. Hopefully it was nothing fragile. Woo! That's like Rodney Dangerfield with his boat in Caddyshack. I'm convinced those weirdos choose that form of career for easy access. That's exactly why, because they have easy access to children. That is specifically why they choose those career paths. Amazon help, most definitely. Good job, dude. Luke Combs' song Hurricane, it's different now. Ooh, hey, what? Ooh! Ooh! Oh. Good job. Oh no, the bear's gonna get the DoorDash. Bear's got the DoorDash. That looked like Taco Bell too. That bear's gonna have the wicked shits later on. Case in the early years? Hey. Uh-oh. Oh. Garbage disposal. You done messed up, Aaron. And nobody rushed to get it. Oof. Homeboy got folded. Who filmed me drunk and wilding out on the street? Hold up.
Exposed, 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 exposed.
Now you ain't got no roof. Ah, Mother Nature, thou art a heartless bitch. Bro. Homeboy thought he was playing driver. At least not being exposed for something seemingly every YouTuber gets exposed for. Yeah, there are worse things. There are definitely substantially worse things to be exposed for. Ooh. Same can be said about gravity. Most definitely.
Ah, gravity, thou art a heartless bitch.
Oh. Ultraman on his way to a con. Maybe he's in a cosplay competition. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna lose Santa! Oh, shit. Get your ass back on Gigabash. Bought that DLC 3 years ago. Yeah, Ultraman. Get your ass back in there. Holy shit. Woo. Dude. Homie trying to recreate the movie Maximum Overdrive. Either that or he thinks he's playing Big Mother Truckers. Yep. Cheap plastic chairs. Why are you carrying it through the house? Not me seeing... hold on. Not me seeing that while stuck in a hospital in Silent Hill 2 Remake. Oh, there goes the coffee. Again. The running of the goats? He didn't know what's going on. He just wanted to be part of the crowd. Ooh. Good job, retard.
I'm not happy there, am I?
That's why you put it on one of those trolleys. That was my dad's cough, and I spilled it. So hard to say goodbye. Wouldn't kill me. You need. Oh. Jason. My dude. Good job. Good job to you. Smart car, dumb driver. Oh, shit. Oh. That seems like a design oversight. Spider Cat does whatever a spider cat does. There goes the trampoline! Whoa, what? Somebody didn't get the lug nuts. Somebody needs to go back to that auto shop because they fucked up on their lug nut. Are you serious? Okay. I'm going to say this right now. If you are one of these people who goes up to people's porches or their mailboxes and steals their packages out, I don't care what the reasoning behind it is. I really don't. Just know that I want nothing but the absolute worst for you. I pray your... What's that? What does that song go? I pray your brakes go out rolling down a hill. I pray a fire pot falls from a windowsill. Yeah. That... From the bottom of my heart, fuck you very much. I genuinely loathe that you exist. That you breathe the same oxygen as me. You know, a lot of bike fails come from people who are riding their motorcycles or riding their bicycles, seeing a very easily avoidable thing and just blatantly riding straight into it. Like it's an episode of Jackass. YouTube. Drag myself down because it makes me feel better. YouTube. Your AI moderator sucks ass. Well, yeah, we know that, Kason, but AI does not understand context. It reads everything as overly literal, like more literal than the most autistic person on the face of the earth. I don't know why AI is that way, but it is that way. It does not understand nuance. Exactly, Kason. It's called weaponized autism for a reason. You know you're fucked when you fall upstairs. Your shin felt the girl falling up the stairs. My ass felt... You're supposed to take one and leave more for the other. You're supposed to take one.
It's the end of the night, but kids are still coming. I'm in the house. I see you. Can you not be greedy and rude and leave some for other kids? Thank you.
Yeah, you know to take one, Case, and I know to take one. People see free and it's like they've got helium head. They see a free unmanned ball or an unmanned plate, and it's like their brains are dead. Well, their brains are dead. They're dead from the neck up. Are we looking at new gameplay? I am glad you said something, Hasten, because I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot that there was new RE9. There was a new RE9 gameplay reveal. Is it on the official Resident Evil channel? Gameplay overview from game trailers. Save to watch later. Alright. Let me reset the video. Come on. Don't make me do this the long way. That's what she said. You're going to make me do this the long way. Unreal. Okay. Let's try this. Since you want to be fucking petty and difficult and not do what I goddamn ask you to in the one window. There we go. I'll reset this again.
I'm in the house. I see you. Can you thank you?
There. Might do a blind playthrough. I got it. I got it, Case, and it's alright. I got it. I got it to unfuck itself. I'm glad you remembered that was that we were, because we were supposed to look at that on the last stream, and then I forgot to put it in there. I think that was the case. And then I was supposed to put it in the watch later for this one. Still think that hag is Alyssa? It might be. It very well might be. That chicken does not want to stay in there. That chicken does not want to stay in there, dude. Oh! Somebody forgot to hit the brakes. Oh, there's no way Leon would have. He did not. That motherfucker did not just take somebody's DoorDash. You're on a fucking Ring camera, you fucking idiot! How do you think your neighbor is not going to... How do you not see the Ring camera that's on the thing? How do you think that your neighbor is not going to catch that? How do you think your neighbor is not going to just review the footage and go, hey, where's my DoorDash? And see your dumbass fucking reverse cornholio try to steal the motherfucker's food? Are you...
You dirty, stuck-up, sadistic, shit-eating, cock-sucking, butt-fucking, penis-smelling, crotch-grabbing, ball-licking, semen-drinking, dog-raping, Nazi-loving, child-touching, cow-humping, perverted, spineless, heartless, mindless, dickless, testicle-choking, urine-gargling, jerk-offing, horse-faced, sheep-fondling, toilet-kissing, self-centered, feces-puking, dildo-shoving, snot-spitting, crap-gathering, big-nose, monkey-slapping, bastard-screwing, bee-shitting, fart-knocking, sack-busting, splooge-tasting, bear-blowing, head-swallowing, bitch-snatching, hand-jobbing, donkey-caressing, mucus-spewing, anal-plugging, hole-grabbing, uncircumcised, sewer-sipping, whoremongering, piss-swimming, midget-munching, douchebag, hole-biting, carnivorous, mail-order prostituting asshole!
Like, are you dumb, stupid, or retarded, man? How many DoorDash... Hey, dude, one of the reasons I don't order from DoorDash anymore, that and it's just way too fucking expensive. Perfectly said this so many years ago that I came up with it. Hey, man, when you can memorize all of that, good job, dude. What the hell? Dog said, I'll help. Yeah, really. There are cameras everywhere in these fucking stores. How do you... Why do you let your brain... Why do you let the stupid part of your brain take over? You know there are cameras in the store. You know better. And you know that you shouldn't steal shit, period. Wait. Oh, I'm losing my shit.
Come on, man!
Yeah. What he said. And on top of that...
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Are you blank or blank? Dude, the camera already saw you. Why are you people so apocalyptically retarded? Why? Alright. So, Resident Evil Requiem. The official gameplay overview video.
In this showcase, we'll go over the latest information on Resident Evil Requiem, which will release next month on February 27. Let's take a look at some of the gameplay.
I think a generation game in this engine is... It really is. And while we're on the subject, hot take, Leon and Chris, and especially Leon, are hella fucking overused. Leon, here's my Resident Evil hot takes. Leon and Chris are overused as fuck. Rebecca deserves her own game. Bring back Barry. Just getting that out of the way.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。いや、言ってないです。まあ実際あの時も話しましたけど、レオンでバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど、やっぱりこんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。今回グレイスとレオンで全然違うゲーム。
Okay, that whole we don't want to see a timid Leon now because he's experienced too much. You can still write a compelling horror scenario around a character who has experienced the amount of shit that Leon has. He doesn't just have to be the action guy. I don't know where this idea comes from that Leon and Chris have experienced so much horror that they're desensitized to it and you actually can't make a horror game around them. That's fucking bullshit. That's just you being a lazy fucking writer is what it is.
になってます。グレイスの方はその RE2 ですとかバイオ7もそうですね、ホラーに特化したゲーム体験になってまして、レオンの方はというとバイオ4に代表されるような緊張感がすごい高いんですけども、そこまでその恐怖に特化してない、アクションも楽しめるサバイバルホラー、レオンにふさわしい体験が作れてるんじゃないかなとは思ってて、グレイスのホラーとそのレオンのアクション2つこう。
Is this from the recent or from a day or two? Let me check the... It says 13 days ago is where it's from.
並べて遊ぶことで、今までのバイオハザードではないすごく感情の揺れ幅が大きいゲームになってます。バイオハザードって緊張と弛緩のその差っていうのが一つ面白さだと思ってるんですけど、
Why? Did I not grab the wrong one? Or did I not grab the correct one? I just grabbed the one that says official gameplay overview. If there's a new one that dropped like 2 or 3 days ago, I tend to try to keep myself in the dark about these things.
すごく緊張して静かなペースで進むグレースのゲームプレイと、もう発散してダイナミックに激しいアクションをする、そういうカタルシスなレオン、大きな意味でその緊張と弛緩っていう役割としてパートを最適に配置する、こういう意図で構成してますね。
Okay. Oh, so it's actual gameplay. See, I wasn't paying attention to which day. I wasn't paying attention to how recently each video was posted. I was just grabbing what I thought was the most relevant. That's my bad. I thought it was an official overview that Capcom sent out. I didn't realize.
Emergency protocols.
I thought it was part of like a. Never mind.
Mr. Kennedy, we need to leave immediately.
What's going on?
I don't know what's happening. Some kind of mass hysteria. The hospital is on lockdown. Doctor.
Calm down.
I already knew in advance that it's Nick Apostolidis that's playing Leon, even though it should be Matt Mercer, or it should be somebody with a more grizzled, more refined voice than Nick. but I'm also biased because I prefer Matt Mercer's voice. RE6 is not a very good game, but Matt Mercer, like, it has its moments and I do like it, but it's a bad Resident Evil game. Matt Mercer's Leon is one of the saving graces it has.
I think I want a second opinion.
Well, at least I saw that. Hold on. I saw that a clip of that on Twitter. That now you can actually, once you've used Leon's melee weapon up to a certain point, you can actually just like he'll just take like a block and just scrape it off to sharpen it back up again. That'll take the tediousness out of having to fix your knife every other time you use it. So I do appreciate that. I saw this clip too. John Wick finisher looking ass, yes. He just casually carries around a whetstone now. I guess so.
Nice. Hey, over here.
Oh! Gooey. Very, very gooey. Does not sound 51 at all. He really doesn't. I don't know why. I don't know why it's Nick Apostolides and not Matt Mercer or somebody with a much huskier voice.
You okay?
Yeah. Thanks.
Leon Kennedy, DSO.
CSO.
No, Grace. It's not CSO. It's DSO.
I'm Grace. Ashcroft. FBI.
FBI. What are you doing here?
Someone kidnapped me.
Victor Gideon.
I don't know.
We even predicted a voice in the last time was revealed. It was either Leon or a returning character. That's true. Although we predicted... I vaguely remember us predicting Jill would be in this game. But... Now, in fairness, we only know of Leon being in the game. We don't know of anybody else, any other returning characters.
Well, we should leave. What does Victor want with you?
What?
Grace.
What do you mean?
He grabbed you for a reason.
Wait, you're DSO. That's the counter bioterrorism agency, right?
Take this.
You sure?
You might need it. Now go. Get out of here.
Leon giving her his magnum. That gun is bigger than her. It'll blow her fucking wrists out. Moron locked himself in with Leon. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude. Picture Leon doing that "I'm not locked in here with you" line from Watchmen.
We'll be fine. I hope.
Leon looks like someone who would go across the world saving his daughter from traffickers after a vague, threatening phone call. Kinda, yeah. I wonder if he would even say anything on the phone. If he would have that full Liam Neeson speech, or if he would just leave the line silent. At his current age. Now, RE4 Leon would probably drop something sarcastic. Your right hand comes off? Wait, hold up. The Magnum is called Requiem? I'm assuming that's not where the Requiem part comes from in the title. Yes, Kason, I knew he was in his 50s when he did Taken. He had to have been, because he's in his 70s now. No, I didn't know about the revolver. I didn't know that's what it was called. I would never have guessed that's what it's called. Good luck!
Jesus.
I saw a prompt for an attack above his head. Look right there. There's a little white arrow above his head. So you can do melee attacks as Grace. Maybe? Unless I'm misreading that. Maybe I am. We'll find out next month.
Jesus.
Or a trip or a shove. That's true. dude. What is Silent Hill doing in my RE game? Really? No doubt. Since that's how you get past the nurses in Silent Hill. At least in the first Silent Hill, is turning off your flashlight. God, that is gnarly. Little Beretta. I didn't mind the trippy the trippy Silent Hill Evil Within type elements in Village. Ooh. Oh. I don't know how I feel about the Screamer zombies making a comeback. Oh, so you can melee certain enemies. Okay, like you said, Case, a shove. Start the series with a Beretta, and with a Beretta, well, who knows if... I seriously doubt this is going to be the last Resident Evil game. What, the creepy-ass fucking baby from Village wasn't bad enough? I'm glad it's not the GTA white dot from 7 and 8. I mean, I'm not a fan of the crosshairs myself, because it makes it kind of fucks with the accuracy of the weapon. Oof.
That's too effective.
Okay, I just missed what she said.
That's too effective.
Much too effective? I'd say so, yeah. The coins are back. The coins are back. Once again, Leon can't keep a jacket to save his life. Of course, good old shotgun. Oh. How you imagine myself fighting the cave troll with one on the two towers game. Honestly, that's fairly accurate. Alright. Well, it looks dope. It looks like it's gonna be one hell of a good ride. So let's get back to our... So, we now return to our regularly scheduled content.
This self-proclaimed alpha male TikToker now claims he's broke after, I guess, lying and flexing a little bit too much on social media.
Oh no! Well, yeah, Casey, I assume you meant the axe to the monster's head. Oh no! Pretending to be something you're not is actually expensive and can really seriously cost you in the long run? Who knew?
So, it would appear that the kick streamer and TikToker is now running out of luck after claiming he won't be able to repay the thousands of pounds it cost to extradite him back to the UK after he spent...
Gimli with a boomstick would be fucking immortal.
And nearly a year on the run. So obviously we're talking about HS Tiki Taki, and the dude essentially fled the country, wouldn't return for about a year, and then the UK government had to fly him back. I guess this is how inept this guy is. But while he might have avoided jail time for his completely avoidable car crash back in March of 2024, he's...
Okay, when he showed the picture of this guy, I was like, okay, have we covered this guy on the show before? And it turns out that yes, we have, because this guy's a fucking idiot. And dude, looks like a streamer accidentally opened his collection on stream. I don't know if he did that, but he did flee the UK after crashing his McLaren and leaving his friend behind. His friend, so. We have definitely covered this guy. We've covered this guy on the show before. Alpha male influencer does something completely retarded and fucks up his entire existence. In other breaking news, the sun rises in the east. Some weirdo accidentally opened his folder on stream, exposing himself as a creep. I saw that. We had another year, another Vosh.
Still not off the hook for the consequences that came with that. What could explain this, by the way, is like a lot of these gambling streamers are actually completely broke and play with house money and essentially are paid to be actors and have a crazy reaction when they win big. Now, I have no clue if this is the case with HS Tiki Taki's deal or not, but obviously there's a lot of rich gambling creators and there's a lot of financially struggling gambling creators. But a gambling course is just a whole new level of degeneracy and desperation from HS over here.
People seriously think you look like a Tozy, Kason? I don't see it.
Here.
You are guaranteed to make a minimum of £30,000 a month. Minimum.
Bullshit.
All I need you to do is send 150 USD minimum deposit to my address. Once you've sent that, you are locked. You're getting one-to-one mentoring with me and the rest of my team. I'm going to show you how to maximize your game. I'm going to show you strategies you didn't even know on the roulette board.
What? I don't think it's possible to be a more obvious grifter. Like, this guy is straight up scamming if he's actually doing this. Unfortunately, casinos are businesses that need to make money, and they're not charities, so this will not pan out for the person who's buying his gambling course for $150. Also, if there was some like new method to guarantee you 30 grand a month, you know, all the bot farms would be all over that. So I mean, at this point, if you are dumb enough to give this man money for the hopes of 30 grand a month, that's on you, dude. Hey, who knows? I would call that a stupid tax, but
Andrew Tate caused a massive butterfly effect on, dude, not just this platform, but just social media in general. Dude, the whole alpha male guru scene, just, it's filled and overflowing with retards and fraudsters. But most importantly,
bunch of slap-jawed faggots around here.
I feel like the dude is currently speedrunning another charge with these income claims. Or, well, no, he most definitely is preying on his impressionable fans to get some extra gambling money. Either way, though, we covered HS Tiki-Taki and his recent scandals just barely 2 months ago, where he was being accused of glassing a man in the neck in Spain, amongst other things. Like, that's a crazy charge as well. So many people go throughout life without, you know, even 1% of the charges this guy has faces. It's actually surprisingly easy to go through life without, you know, wrecking a car and leaving your friend on the side of the road and fleeing the country and going to Spain and glassing someone in the neck. Those are very simple things to avoid. Maybe...
Hold on. I think Filthy Frank said it best.
You know, moral of the story is it's easy to not be a dipshit, so don't do it.
Not for a self-proclaimed alpha male, though. That might be hard. But while there hasn't been too much news regarding the alleged glassing, Harrison is still in hot water regarding the car crash that he fled the scene on back in March of 2024. The dude apparently has a real habit of fleeing, you know, because he can't take any accountability for his own actions. But since the start of his online career, Harrison, or HS Tiki-Taki, has been a polarizing character to say the least.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Rory. Where are you from?
Rory, I'm from Thailand. Where are you from?
He's been coined by the internet as like the Dollar General version of Andrew Tate, since most of his content revolves around flexing a bunch of different cars, regurgitating the same talking points.
Dude, the Dollar General version, the Clover Valley brand. I'm not sure if that's better or worse than Temu.
And being extremely hypocritical. So you have all of that, and then him also just genuinely acting like a pretentious moron. But I've made plenty of videos in the past where I've gone way more into depth on what's happened. But the most important detail that you need to know from the accident in March 2024, which I keep referencing, see, almost 2 years ago, Harrison made headlines after crushing a rented purple McLaren.
Really, Clover Valley has a good off-brand Dr. Pepper? I don't know if I've ever tried it. Dr. Topper, okay. If I have tried it, it has been a long, long time. It's been a while. I know I've tried Dr. Thunder. That's the Walmart brand. I may have tried Dr. Topper, but again, it's been because I don't ever go into Dollar General anymore. I don't ever go into Dollar General unless I actually have to.
Kind of like a soda can. How, you may ask? Oh, by losing control on a straightaway and ramming it directly into another car. Apparently, the dude is heavy-footed and has no idea how to drive. Thankfully, no one was, seriously injured. I think the person who was most hurt was one of his close friends who was sitting...
The Terramatosi is lead-footed.
next door to him, not next door, in the passenger seat of his car, and of course he abandoned him on the side of the road. Because, you know, there's nothing like crashing the car with your friend in it, then fleeing the scene, leaving your friend on the side of the road in pain. And obviously, Harrison and his friends, they're no strangers to drumming up drama for clicks. And honestly, there was a lot of people who thought this was all for clicks somehow, because he wasn't getting charged with anything until he was. So formal charges were brought on him, and then he started making a whole bit of like, no, I'm not coming back. I'm not going to the UK, because obviously he fled the country. He went straight to Dubai. And he bounced around from Dubai to Qatar, and I think to Spain as well. But obviously he was actually wanted by the UK, even though a lot of people thought it was a joke at first. His mugshot went super viral, and he was essentially just on the run from the UK for a whole minute. And by a whole minute, I mean pretty much a year. Because he was expected to appear in court in November of 2024, but never showed up. He also apparently said that he never was made aware of the court date, but I have to assume that he knew that he was in trouble at the very least, so I don't know what he's thinking there.
I'm in talks now with like the lawyers and the police now that I'm aware that I needed to go back. I wasn't actually aware that I had a court date.
But obviously, as I mentioned earlier, he bounced around.
I wasn't aware that I had a court date. You crashed your car and fled the scene, and then fled the country. Yeah, they're looking for you. Yeah, they're going to have a court date for you. Hey, Rob. You know what you do when I say stop? You stop, collaborate, and listen. Yes! Thank you, Rob. That's what you do with law enforcement in general, not just ICE. Oh, my Lord in heaven. This guy's
Around from Dubai to Qatar to Spain.
But Harrison failed to appear in court for 12 months after the crash, travelling to Dubai, Thailand and Spain, where he continued to make social media content, the court previously heard.
Oh my god. No. No. Actually, no. No. Get that away from me.
Well, I've got something to say.
What?
I'm never getting in a car with you again.
Yeah, because you drive like an absolute inactive, untrustable maniac.
Honestly, I will say, bruv, sorry, innit?
Yeah.
Nah, for
trust.
Real. Like, trust on the
Absolute.
activeness of that apology, bruv.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, no, if I'm riding shotgun with you and you crash your car and you flee the scene and you leave me bleeding on the side of the road, our friendship is dead. D-E-D, dead. Yes, I know I just misspelled it. Fuck you. Like, we're done. Not because, oh, I'm hella fucking petty, even though I am hella fucking petty, but straight up, I can't be around you now. You left me in an impossible situation while you fucked off and fled from the consequences of your own actions. If I see you, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Until you won't have an ass left to sit on. Buggin'.
Almost a year. He posted about, you know, places like Dubai, Qatar, showing off his new Lamborghinis that are totally not rented. And of course, HS just continued lying for attention. He posted a fake mugshot, he pretended to be in Essex while he was clearly in Qatar, and then he was turning himself in tomorrow. And obviously he kept running his mouth about how none of this was a big deal, that he didn't actually crash the car, and so on and so on. According to him, he was not the driver. But obviously, he kept posting casually like it was any other day. More supercars, more random flexing of his luxury lifestyle. And the dude is just a serial liar. Like, the McLaren, he claimed he bought it. That was rented. It seems like all the cars he was using in Dubai.
Alpha male claims he owns a car when or alpha male influencer claims he owns a car when in reality he just rented it. In other breaking news, water wet.
In Qatar, they were also rented. So I wonder if you got any sick photos on Instagram of the private jet that he had to be extradited back on the UK on. He would just have to, you know, crop out the handcuffs from the picture. Because obviously, he's a public figure. He can't run forever. But I guess while he was in Spain last August, it was alleged that Harrison got into an altercation at a nightclub and actually glassed a man in the neck so brutally they had to be rushed to the hospital. Which is just insane. And I covered the story when it first broke, and multiple news sources have cited him as one of the people involved. But there hasn't really been any official, like, legal follow-up that I could find beyond him being extradited back to the UK. And believe it or not, for some reason, authorities thought the best way to get him back to the UK was on a private jet. Like, Imagine crashing a supercar, then running from the law for over a year, and when you're finally caught, they charter a private jet for you instead of the cheapest seat possible on EasyJet. That's what he deserves. But as we know, governments love spending taxpayer money on the dumbest stuff imaginable. So I guess
that is unfortunately very true. Just look at how much bloat and overspending Elon Musk uncovered early on last year before he had that epic crash out that lasted like 3 or 4 months. The amount of money that governments will waste just to justify their existence truly is staggering. It's maddening. It's pure insanity.
The PJ that has a lot of the UK taxpayers pissed off completely, since Harrison says he will not be able to pay the money back it cost him to bring him back to the UK, which is most likely BS, I would hope at least, since one could assume that he's been making good money as he flexes so much, but also, who knows, as he might actually be broke like he claims. That could explain the stupid gambling course. But I mean, the PJ still does not make sense.
Only reason American is in Qatar is if you're a business person or wanted for a crime, I take it. Anyone in general, since the guy we're covering in this video was actually from the UK, so the only reason anybody would be in Qatar is really those two reasons. If you're like Elon Musk, or you're wanted for, or you're wanted. Ugh. Sorry, I had some gas come up and then my brain shit itself. Or if you're wanted from the law. You're pretty much right, Rob. Those are Qatar, Saudi Arabia, those Dubai. Those seem to be the only places these guys ever want to go. Or to just some island in the Caymans or something like that.
Unless they think he's a danger to the public, but come on. Like, I guess a good chunk of his content is him boasting about his fighting skills and then, getting into awkward street fights with other TikTokers. But if they actually believe he's a danger to the public, I have some land on Jupiter to sell them. But what didn't go his way were the charges that he pleaded guilty to on October 24th. For dangerous driving and driving without insurance, and that ended up landing him with a suspended prison sentence, meaning that he's not out of the woods just yet. So essentially he got 30 days of rehabilitation, 3 months of an electronically monitored curfew, and 300 hours of unpaid work, which I guess is like volunteer hours or something like that. And he's disqualified from driving for about 2 years, which after that, he then has to take an extended driving test, which he definitely needs. And by suspended, I guess it just means if he messes up any of the terms of his probation, that 12-month prison sentence then starts. But I guess the most interesting part of this whole situation came during his court hearing a week ago when Harrison claimed that he wouldn't be able to afford to pay back the £17,000 that they were...
Ventura is complaining too, saying he wants Minnesota to be part of Canada now. In the words of Rick Hunter, works for me. Yeah, hey, I think it was Nick Freitas, the Virginia congressman that we've covered on the channel before, who said, "Hey, how about we trade Canada? How about Minnesota can go to Canada, and in exchange, we'll take Alberta. Fair trade."
Asking him for legal costs or for the extradition costs of bringing him back to the UK. And that's kind of funny because he's been streaming since, and most of it's been gambling with a lot more money that he says that he doesn't have for the jet costs. And they're not even asking him for the total cost. Apparently, they initially tried to reclaim £28,000, but then Judge Julie Cooper only ordered Harrison to pay $9,270 in prosecution costs and £8,000 in police costs, bringing the total bill to about £17,000. And she said in quote, "I'm going to give him 6 months to pay this, and if there's a problem with that, he's going to have to come back and explain why." And honestly, he might have some explaining to do, since he's been posting videos himself, claiming he has a foolproof roulette strategy that will earn him $30,000 a month guaranteed.
You are guaranteed to make a minimum of £30,000 a month. Minimum. All I need you to do is send 150 USD. Once you've sent that, you are locked.
Guaranteed. There is no such thing as a guaranteed return on investment in anything. Literally, no. It does not exist.
You look like one of those people that survived the Tide Pod Challenge. Let me give you a hint, something you and your mother should have both listened to. How about you just swallow next time?
Okay, dude. Whatever. So I guess all you have to do is send him $150 and you're locked. I'm sure the courts would love to know how many people, if anyone, sent him $150 if he attempts to claim that he's broke, though. I am hoping that people are wise enough to not send him $150 for a guaranteed $30,000 a month strategy. I mean,
there's a lot of desperate morons in the world, so Ventura comes off as a narcissist anyway. He can never be wrong. Dude, ugh. The only thing Jesse Ventura has been any good at has been his pro wrestling career and that one time when he was in Predator. Period, full stop, end of story. Other than that, it's like, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, Jesse. Just go back to growing your skullet and smoking weed with Willie Nelson.
that is just so stupid. Again, I don't know if he's playing with house money and he actually doesn't get that and he's just acting, or if that's actually his money to keep. Who knows? Every gambling deal is structured differently. But regardless, he's still posting himself with new bedazzled Gucci jackets, which apparently cost him another 2,100 pounds. So again, he's just another case of just because you have a little bit of money doesn't mean that you're smart nor have any taste. But regardless, money seems to be one of his last...
You almost have a skullet, Rob? Dude, I've been growing my mullet out lately. I was gonna get it cut earlier this month, but then I remembered, oh shit, it's January, winter's coming, and I live north of the equator, so... And I live in the Midwest, so... Might not be wise to trim this up just yet. Cases if I ever smoke weed again, it'll have to be with Willie. Also, R.I.P. Toby Keith. Dude, I miss Toby. We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. I wish I could play that song on the stream and not get copyright struck, but I don't want to risk it.
It's concerns, at least in it.
The weather is bitchy in the Midwest. Yes, Rob, it is. The weather's made up and the seasons don't matter.
Is a public-facing persona. But if anything, I'd be worried about the fact that he's promising people and kids, because you know there's a young audience that watches him, the fact that he can earn them $30,000 a month in gambling for a small investment of $150. Like, this just seems like something that one would want to hold him accountable for when it inevitably fails. So, I mean, I'm definitely curious to see if anything comes from that, or if he can't help himself and breaks the terms of his probation and lands himself right back into UK prison for a year. One thing is for sure, though.
If I had a son and he grew up to be like this guy, where he's flexing a non-existent lifestyle and shilling out gambling sites to kids, I would give him a wedgie so bad that he'd have to unzip his pants to see. That would be his punishment, and I'd do it live. Dude's song should have been Cowboys, the first country song I ever heard, and it got me to sing. It's also got me to talk some way Toby snapped me out of being nonverbal. Hey! You know what did it for me, Kason, was Jurassic Park. Because I was nonverbal for a while, but then when I started speaking, I couldn't say simple words, but I could say the names of the dinosaurs and say them perfectly. So, make of that what you will.
And that is that Harrison has been gambling heavily, whether it is to pay back legal costs or continue his lifestyle or prove to his fans that he can still make some money, or if it's just to earn money off of referring fans into these gambling sites. Who knows? But either way, he's canceling all of his plans to just sit there and gamble on stream. So it'll definitely be interesting to see where all of this leads him, but either way, promising his fans that he can make them 30 grand a month for $150 of an investment, that is beyond pathetic. And if he's actually doing this, he's 100% a scammer. But other than that, I don't think that's anything new. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Alright, says, Bobby Heenan said in a shoot interview the real reason Jesse Ventura is jealous of Hulk Hogan is he wanted to be superstar Graham, but Hulk Hogan surpassed him. So Jesse looked good, talked good, the bell rang, it was over. I mean, come on, dude, you're not going to be bigger than Hulk Hogan. Because Hulk Hogan was one of the most recognizable faces in pro wrestling history. If not the most recognizable face in pro wrestling history. Like, for literal years, for decades, you said pro wrestling, the first name people immediately would think of, it would either be Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, or Hulk Hogan. Homie, it looks like he caught a whiff of someone's... Bro! Jason, come on, dude. I don't remember ordering tuna.
The former mayor in New York City allegedly scammed his own supporters out of about $1 million by launching a meme coin that briefly reached a $600 million market cap, only to lose, about 80% of its value in under an hour. And somehow, that's not even the whole story yet, because he also promoted the token by claiming it would help fight anti-Semitism as well as the so-called anti-American sentiment, without ever really clearly explaining how the coin was supposed to achieve.
It's like when you pause on Rich making a cum face. It's like when I pause on anybody making a cum face, really.
Any of that? And if you tried to read more about that on the official website, it would just crash. So, I don't know what's going on there. But either way, it seems like this might be one of the messiest post-political career pivots I've seen in a while. And obviously, just in case you don't know him, this is Eric Adams, who served as New York City's mayor from 2022 until January 1st, 2025. And before getting into politics, he spent more than 2 decades working the NYPD, climbing his way up to captain before eventually retiring from the force. However, what made Eric Adams stand out wasn't just his background in law enforcement, it was actually because he became known as the Bitcoin mayor after deciding to convert his first 3 paychecks into Bitcoin and Ethereum when he took office in 2022. And the guy was definitely not subtle about his enthusiasm for crypto at any point, because Eric created an...
crypto. Crypto was that... Remember what a beautiful disaster that whole concept turned into? And now it's just now its very existence is just a meme. And AI is kind of going in the same direction. You'll never catch me doing crypto or Bitcoin. Now they have Mamdani. I'm sure who cares? He's a communist for real. I think you actually spelled his name correctly. I think you actually spelled his name right, Rob. Yeah, who cares? He's a communist. Fuck him.
Entire Office of Digital Assets and Blockchain Technology hosted in New York City's first ever crypto summit and kept talking about transforming New York City into the global capital of cryptocurrency and blockchain innovation. Now, whether or not that was actually accomplished or not, that could easily be debated, but he did.
Rob needs to join us eventually. Hey, so, Rob, do you happen to have a Discord? Because we would love to, if you do, we would love to have you in our voice chats.
Definitely talked a lot about it. But in the end, his time as mayor didn't exactly end with some smooth sailing, because federal prosecutors came after him in September 2024 with charges including bribery, fraud, and accepting illegal foreign campaign donations. So, that's not ideal, and even though he fought those charges and pleaded not guilty to everything, The political damage was already done, and he ended up leaving office at the start of 2026 as a free man with no criminal convictions, and apparently his first order in business as a private citizen was getting right back into the crypto world, but arguably the worst part of the crypto world. So, on Monday, January 12th, 2026, barely 2 weeks after leaving City Hall, Eric held a press conference in Times Square. But he showed up wearing a baseball cap that had the hashtag New York City stitched across the front of it and unveiled the New York City token, a meme coin built on Solana, which he said would tackle anti-Semitism and the whole anti-American sentiment, while teaching New York kids about blockchain and funding scholarships for students who needed them.
This is going to be how...
Fucking how? It's a currency. It's a digital currency. How? Okay. Admittedly, I don't know jack shit about crypto. So, I don't know how the hell that could possibly work. It makes no goddamn sense to me. How would crypto be capable of fighting anti-Semitism? I think I'm being too literal brained about this. I probably am. It's not computing. It is not does not compute. Literally does not. Anyways.
How we are going to address many of the issues you're seeing facing not only this city, but cities in America. One focus we have on this New York City coin is to use the revenue generated to address anti-Americanism, anti-Semitism, to teach our children how to embrace the blockchain technology of how to run cities correctly, as Walmart is using blockchains.
Dude, just drop the meme coin and move on.
So raising money, and the money that gets raised from that, well, it's funny because it's funny money, because there's no fucking way that would work. So he's used. My brain done shitted itself. Does anybody have a diaper I can put on my brain? Because my noggin keeps pooping itself. Well, here's the thing, Kason. It was Random Gamer, but you've posted more in the chat than he has, so now you're number one. So,
because we know that's just going to happen anyway. I never really understood why.
The whole ranking, like, top fan system works, like, basically whoever posts more in the chat gets ranked as a number one. I'll buy a super chat diaper if the dark card doesn't come on. Dude, come on.
Sleazebags would try to give all this, like, fake utility to these meme coins, because it's very obvious what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, these meme coins are just vehicles for speculation. Like, no one's going to be buying this because it has a chance of giving a kid a scholarship or something like that. Like, that's just not realistic. And people...
No, that's snake oil. You're the whole crypto bros are just snake oil salesmen, just like AI bros are now. Well, it doesn't have to be a competition case, and it's... I never look at the numbers of who's ranked as top one, but... 1 or 2 or whatever, but you know, so I wouldn't even worry about the top fan ranking, whatever. You know, we're like you said, we're just here to chill.
People are definitely not buying it because it's going to teach kids about blockchain technology, because there are 3 billion better ways at doing that than launching a meme coin. If anything, launching meme coins to educate the youth on the blockchain space is kind of like going, hey kids, you heard about gambling? Because let's be real, meme coins are pretty much the worst use case for a smart contract. But he did discuss how the proceeds would support nonprofit organizations.
You would probably be much better off just learning about stock market investing. And then once you learn about it, absolutely never, ever invest in Ubisoft.
He's working on awareness campaigns, although, again, he never really specified which organizations would receive the funding or how much was going to be allocated to each of them.
That would be himself.
Also mentioned that he wouldn't be taking a salary from the project right away, but left the door open to changing that decision later on. And Eric then promoted the token on social media with a highly produced video, and in the token's official website tried to position it as capturing the spirit of New York City through innovation and ambition, promising to build some kind of decentralized financial ecosystem, which just doesn't make sense whatsoever for a Solana meme coin. But of course,
canceled your Ubisoft account 2 years ago. Dude, I don't remember the last time I bought a Ubisoft game brand new. I honestly don't. And I fully intend on keeping it that way because the longer that Yves Guillemot and his family run that company, the worse it's going to get. So they can just crater. They can just crater in the south of France for all I care.
When people actually try to find the real information on the website, they kind of came up empty-handed because reportedly
they don't want to admit Shadows is a Game of Thrones ripoff. They don't want to admit that Shadows flopped harder than Liam Payne, because it did. Because it absolutely did. Nobody bought it. Which, because you had the easiest shoe-in for a banger video game, an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan. You could literally just make Tenchu. That's all you had to do was make open world Tenchu. You had the easiest win right there, and you fucked it all up. God, you know what I wish I had the clip of. I need to find the clip of. I need to save the clip from Goodfellas of that one guy telling Joe Pesci, now go home and get your fucking shine box.
There was no white paper to even dig into. There was no real purchase page, except for just like Solana exchanges, and basically no technical details explaining how any of this was supposed to work. So to me, it kind of seems like most of the time spent here was on the promotion of this coin rather than the coin itself. Yeah, it's safe to say the whole presentation was heavy on the promises and very light on the actual substance. However, the New York City token began trading right away, and the token's value skyrocketed in the itself. Yeah, it's safe to say the whole presentation was heavy on the promises and very light on the actual substance. However,
so crypto in general.
The New York City token began trading right away, and the token's value skyrocketed during the first, 15 minutes until it completely collapsed.
The value always skyrockets from the outset, from the beginning, just to completely fall off. Like harder than Hans Gruber. That always fascinates me about crypto. It's such a historically unstable format.
So at peak, I think it was at like a $580 million market cap, which is crazy. That valuation does not make sense. But obviously, these are meme coin valuations. There's no real value there. Because, right on cue, just like every other meme coin, it crashed about 80% right after launching. So it went from like a $600 million-ish market cap all the way down to like a $100 million market cap. And again, these numbers are so big and there's no value back in this. There's no real value here either. And when I say there's nothing behind this that really backs this, like obviously nothing is really backing this because it's a meme coin, but you know, no dev can sell $100 million worth of this coin. Like if the dev just tried to dump everything, they would get like maybe a couple $1 million out of it, but that was when there was liquidity. Now there's no liquidity, so they're not even getting that out of it. But either way, nearly $500 million in paper value just evaporated while people were still trying to figure out what happened. You would think people would be getting deja vus at this point due to how many times this has happened. But obviously, since this happened in the crypto world and everything's recorded on the blockchain, you can kind of start seeing how things went down. So when the New York City token crashed, analysts immediately started breaking down the transaction records to figure out what went wrong. And according to Bubble Maps, which specializes in tracking cryptocurrency transactions, a wallet directly connected to whoever deployed the token pulled out roughly $2.5 million of USDC, which is a stable coin that's pegged to the dollar. So essentially $2.5 million right out of the liquidity pool. And this was pulled out right when the price was at its highest point. And after the token had already crashed by about 60%, the same wallet added back roughly $1.5 million liquidity. But somewhere between $900,000 and $1 million was never returned. So the timing of these withdrawals is what convinced people this was intentional. A token gets created, it's aggressively hyped to push the price up, and the creators cash out, leaving everyone else with, you know, a worthless asset. Unfortunately, that's a very common pattern in the crypto world. It's called a rug pull, and it's very common in the Solana meme coin world. But what people realized was the token was actually made available for trading at 10:27 p.m. However, Eric didn't publicly announce the contract address, which is essentially, you know, the token's identifier that people need to know to be able to buy this token. And that created a 21-minute window where anyone who knew the contract address could easily start buying before the general public was able to buy the coin. We've seen this over and over again. Most of the celebrity coins went down exactly like this. But one of these wallets were kind of interesting because this wallet bought the token 10 minutes before the public announcement and saw paper gains of about $250,000 at one point. And that would have been a solid profit, except he didn't sell. The price tanked and they ended up panic selling for nearly a $500,000 loss when everything crashed. Yeah, that just didn't make sense. Like, come on, imagine having insider information and you still fumble the bag and lose $500,000.
Ooh. You had an easy win. You had an easy dub. You had the easiest opportunity to make bank. Even in such an aggressively snake oil flooded market like crypto. And AA Ron still done fucked it up. How? Okay. I had to back out to be your chat with the kids. Hey, that's fine, Kason. That's fine. Hey, your kids come first. Period. Point blank. End of story. If you gotta back out to chat with your kids, that is perfectly fine. But yeah, you did miss a shit show. A rug pull, more or less.
Like, hello? I don't know what happened there, but another analysis traced some of the funding of the New York City token deployment back through a complex web of wallets, and one particularly interesting discovery was that some of the money seemed connected to the wallets that had previously been involved with Libra. You know, the meme coin that was promoted by Argentina's president, Javier Milei, that crashed enormously and triggered multiple lawsuits. And this topic is honestly just its own iceberg because you have a guy by the name of Hayden who was allegedly behind all of that. Honestly, that's another video that I have to make. But one specific wallet in the funding chain had lost about $337,000 on the Libra launch, then somehow ended up connected to the New York City token deployment. But according to Bubble Maps' analysis, roughly 200 individual traders lost more than $1,000 each. 40 lost $10,000 to $100,000 each, and 15 different addresses lost over $100,000. Meanwhile, only about...
What if the rising homeless crisis is because of people who keep betting, who keep putting their money into useless bullshit like meme coins. Like, I don't know if crypto translates to actual, like, hard, like, tangible hard currency. Grayson wanted to show the Godzilla toy his sister gave him, and they said, okay, bye-bye. Oh, you gotta love your kids. Gotta love your kids.
10 addresses profited $100,000 or more. But by the time the dust settled, more than 4,000 addresses bought into the New York City token. And as the accusations piled up, the official New York City token account posted a statement trying to calm things down. They claimed because, of overwhelming support and demand at their launch, their partners needed to rebalance the liquidity. They said they were aware people were flagging the suspicious transactions, but insisted the team was using something called a TWAP, a time-weighted average price mechanism, and had added more funds to the liquidity pool. And they ended the statement with saying, we're in it for the long haul. And obviously that long haul claim probably didn't inspire too much confidence here, especially since, 10 days...
Yeah, Kaysen, but the way Microsoft's been behaving lately, I don't look to be spending any of my money on them. I mean, outside of what I already spend for Microsoft Office, because I use Word almost every day. So you wouldn't want me on multiplayer anyway, just because I get, like, way too competitive, like, aggressively competitive. And, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, PC doesn't have the paywall scam, and Call of Duty games are on Steam, but I get, like competitive in an extremely unhealthy way when I do multiplayer, which is why I don't do multiplayer. So, like, and I learned that the hard way when I was in high school trying to play Guitar Hero and Super Smash Brothers Brawl with church friends. Multiplayer is not for everybody, and I am most definitely one of the people that it is not for. Yeah, Wave Survival. It's fun. Wave Survival's fun at first, but it bores the shit out of me after like 5 minutes.
Later, nothing's been posted here on this account, but the next day, on January 14th, Adams' spokesperson, Todd Shapiro, released a much longer statement pushing back against all the allegations. The statement fully denied that Eric Adams had moved any money out of the New York City token or personally profited from the launch. He also insisted that no funds were removed and that Adams' involvement was purely mission-driven, and that his focus was on education and fighting anti-Semitism and supporting nonprofits. Todd also attributed the crash to normal volatility that affects newly launched digital assets, emphasizing that Adams remained committed to responsible innovation. Come on! It had nothing to do with pulling the liquidity. But the statement also pointed out that New York City processes billions of dollars of crypto trading daily, framing the token as a part of that broader ecosystem rather than some isolated scheme. But as of late January, New York City token is technically still operating, though calling it operational might be a little bit too generous. So the token's market cap is currently somewhere around $40 million on CoinGecko and around $120 million on Jupiter. I don't know why there's that much of a difference between Jupiter, which is a Solana aggregator, and CoinGecko, which is just a stats website.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm starting to question why I added this one to the... why I added this video to the watch later, because I thought, oh, scam. It'll be fun to watch. And it's a Tozy discussing bank shit, which is... really fucking boring. So, I'm starting to question why I added this one to the watch later. I think my brain just saw, ooh, scam. That'll be fun to check out. And no, it's... The way Atozi's going through it, it's... If you see me looking like, that's my brain trying to do... That's my brain trying to process anything related to banks and currency and the basic function of my PC. You think us doing a video attempting zombies would be funny? Well, I don't think my laptop would be able to handle streaming gameplay, especially because of how old it is, so I'm still trying to save money for a new PC. The problem with that is, unfortunately, you try to save money, bullshit comes along that forces you to spend money, so you're back to square one.
So why the market cap difference is that big, I don't know. But it's basically been stuck there ever since the massive crash, like 15 minutes after it launched. Or, well, 15 minutes after it was thrown out to the public. I guess the only positive I can think of is at least the number of wallets that ended up losing money on this one is relatively small compared to, you know, any of the other massive projects we've covered before, or that have happened in the Solana ecosystem. Overall, it seems like Solana meme coins are dead because people are just sick and tired of losing money. The whole thing is greater fool theory. So there's no longer suckers to buy these coins. Because, like I said previously, there was about 4,000 addresses that bought into this token. That's not a lot of people compared to how many people were buying random tokens just a year or two ago. And that also shows you how laughably stupid a valuation of like $600 million is. Like, come on, guys. 4,000 people buy into like some meme coin and it's worth $600 million. Clearly it wasn't for long. Still, the price at like 40 million to 120 million is also outrageous for this. But other than that, there's no real news from Eric other than him being confronted on a jet bridge the other day. And I mean, yeah, Eric's response to her was definitely direct.
Punch me in the face, Eric Adams. Please punch me in the face. I would love if you punch me in the face. Okay, you can go too.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm not there anymore. Those things are over.
Yeah, good. Thank God. Damn. And I see your ugly ass face everywhere. Damn.
That's right.
Busted ass crazy.
But the video of that was clipped and it went viral, and he ended up quote tweeting that himself and just saying exactly. So, I don't know. But looking at this, it's hard to know 100% if Eric went into this with the intentions to rug pull, or if he was...
What does that say about New York City, that you can just casually walk up to a former mayor, tell him to get fucked, and he'll say, "Well, go fuck yourself." Just casually throwing around profanities like it's a Scorsese gangster movie from the 90s and the 2000s. Because I don't think there was a whole lot of profanity in Irishman. But there was in Goodfellas, there was in Casino, and there was a lot. There was definitely a lot in The Departed. What is it with influencers and oversized shoes? I don't know. I've never really noticed. I've never really looked at their shoes. I'm too busy trying not to be revolted by their hideous faces.
Was tricked into this. Who knows? Or maybe it was just awful execution and then they just like never followed through. Like, who launches their token or their product and then they can't really follow through with anything? They have no information on their website of where the funds are going. Like, all of this does not look good. This is just a terrible decision. Like, come on. If your political career was stained because of fraud allegations, why are you doing this? Because this is just absolutely...
Wait, was that not what you meant to type?
Absolutely not a good look. But as of recording this video on the 26th of January 2026, Eric is still promoting the coin in his Twitter bio. And obviously if you go to the ad of the coin that he's promoting, you see only 5 posts. 2 of these posts promoting the token, 1 announcing the token's live, and then 1, or, you know, that tweet that we covered earlier where they're like, we're in this for the long one. And the final one is saying that they're here to stay, even if they haven't posted in like 2 weeks. So, I don't know what's going on there. And again, there's like no activity on this coin. So, whatever floats their boat. But what isn't debatable here is thousands of people lost a whole bunch of money here. And whether those losses happen because of incompetence or fraud, that doesn't really change the outcome too much for someone who watched their investment drop by, you know, 80% in minutes.
Tarantino looking ass, yeah. Minus the self-indulgent dialogue.
So if you don't want to light your money on fire, don't buy crypto meme coins. But other than that, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one when I'm way more awake because I am exhausted. This is like, oh my goodness, it's almost 6 in the morning. I need to sleep. I've been up all night. I'll be way more awake in the next one. Peace.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! I'm gonna hit him.
Hi everyone, Donut here. Today's video is going to start off with one of the craziest ambushes I've seen in a minute. This one is a patrol car sitting in a parking lot minding his own business, probably doing reports or something. This officer gets lit up with incendiary rounds and it looks like a fireworks show on the 4th of July. We've also got a foot chase that ends in one of the most creative disarms I've ever seen. An armed suspect sprinting towards civilians gets stopped by...
Thanks for the ear rape. Well...
Any time of the stream is a good time for ear rape. That sounds very different if you emphasize certain words.
by a police truck. That's right, we've got a man versus car.
Man versus car.
Got a couple of more stories for you today, but first, a word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Did you know your internet service provider can see and log everything that you do online? Everything. And in the United States, they can sell that log. That means that they can sell your browsing history to ad companies. In the UK and Australia, ISPs are required to keep the logs of every website you visit, apps that you use, and the private conversations that you have for 1 to 2 years. Not to mention, anyone who has access to the Wi-Fi router that you use for your internet can see everything you do. That's where ExpressVPN comes in. ExpressVPN encrypts and reroutes 100% of your network traffic through secure servers. That means your internet service provider and whoever owns your Wi-Fi can't see what you're doing. Hell, I know a ton of us out there use the Wi-Fi at coffee shops, airports, etc. Anyone who has access to the same Wi-Fi at those places I was just talking about can get your credit card information, email, passwords, whatever. ExpressVPN wraps your traffic in an encrypted tunnel, making you a hacker's worst nightmare. Okay, ExpressVPN can protect you. What about entertainment? Your favorite streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus have a different video catalog in every country. Let's say I want to see what's on Netflix in the UK. I just have to click on UK and boom, connected in the UK. You can change your IP to any of 105 countries to do the same thing. ExpressVPN only invests in premium servers, meaning it's consistently faster than any other VPN provider. They have 24/7 customer support. You can connect up to 14 devices with one subscription. ExpressVPN also comes with a password manager so you can securely store an unlimited number of credit cards, notes, and passwords. They will also help you get your data removed from data brokers and alert you if your data appears on the dark web. ExpressVPN protects all aspects of your online activity, and you can unlock thousands of cool new shows to watch in tons of different countries. Right now, you can get up to 4 extra months by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or going to expressvpn.com/donutoperator. That's expressvpn.com/donutoperator. Starting a day off with that thing that looks like a 4th of July fireworks show, except it's a deliberate ambush on a police officer minding his own business, just sitting in his patrol car in a parking lot. This is going to be security camera footage from a law enforcement parking lot of Greenville, South Carolina, my old sister department. Let me set the stage for you. It's late at night. Patrol vehicle is parked. Everything's calm. Then another car rolls up next to the patrol car, really slow. And the second they line up with the driver door of the patrol car, this happens. Straight up fireworks show. Looks like something out of John Wick. Oh, that reminds me. Brandon gave me a bunch of Dragon's Breath rounds I need to find something to do with. So these rounds are just impacting that patrol car with sparks flying everywhere, lighting up the scene like someone just tossed a box of bottle rockets at the cop. But
why? Why would you fire incendiaries at a cop car? A parked cop car? I assume there's at least 1 or 2 cops inside the fucking car. What's the thought process here? Is there any thought process at all? Or are you just exceptionally retarded? Didn't we look at a video from this guy of a cop chasing a predator and the predator ate the concrete? Yes. I guess we did. We've looked at a few of his videos, but it's been a minute, so I was like, oh, Donut just dropped a video. I should save that for the stream.
But in this case, those weren't bottle rockets. Those weren't the fun little things you almost blew your hands off with when you were a kid. The ones that I know you shoved up a frog's ass. That was incendiary ammunition, and they're not loaded like normal shotgun shells. So instead of a standard shotgun shell, these contain magnesium. They're designed to ignite on air or impact, and they can go up to 100 feet. When they hit something, you get sparks, things catch on fire sometimes, which is why this looks like a Michael Bay scene or something out of John Wick instead of a normal shooting. Ew, I found some dragon's breath actually. Here's what I'm talking about real quick. There you go, little magnesium flakes. But what I think this officer's car got shot up with, judging from the little holes, was something like this. Full metal dragon that has your normal shotgun pellets in there with some magnesium behind it. To give you an idea of how dangerous that stuff is, someone was using this ammo in the national forest and it ended up burning over 100 acres. Hot fire! This stuff is...
The fuck was that clip?
And it ended up burning over 100 acres. Hot fire!
What the fuck is Nicolas Cage doing in my donut operator video? And what the hell was that line delivery? Save that shit for Vietnam and Black Ops 1? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Oh, dude, the Dragon's Breath segment, that shit was lit. I call it the Goji rounds. Not bad.
This stuff is meant to burn, and it's kind of fun. Despite being hit, the officer was able to make it over to the passenger seat of his patrol car, exit out that side, and bail to safety. He managed to get into a building where other officers rendered him aid. Honestly, that's a miracle that he's alive. This stuff is nasty. Take a look at this aftermath photo. Those are giant holes blown straight through the driver's side door. After the ambush, the suspect does not stop there. He takes off from law enforcement, continues to fire at the officers throughout the entire pursuit, and eventually crashes. The situation ended with the suspect taking his own life. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to see the footage of him doing it with Dragon's Breath. It's like you don't really want to see it, but you kind of want to see it, like the old live leak videos of Chinese steel mills where the workers get something dropped on them really heavy. Anyways, it saved the taxpayers money. Thanks, buddy. Moving on to our next story.
And nothing of value was lost. Surprised none of the Godzilla collabs in COD never had Dragon's Breath directly. Yeah, you'd think that would be a no-brainer.
Let's see what's going on in Seattle, Washington.
I had the honor of being noticed by the President of the United States, who called me a very, very liberal / communist mayor.
Why do all liberal women have that overly smug "I'm better than you" expression, and they're just physically incapable of removing it? It's just forever plastered on there, like Jack Nicholson's Joker. It's just never gonna. It's just like the smile on Jack Nicholson's Joker. It's just there, and there's nothing you can do about it. They have a friend going to Seattle as a missionary. Lord, I hope she's safe there. Yeah, here's hoping. There was a time, believe it or not, when I was interested in living in Seattle just because it rained so much there. But since it's run by retards, maybe that's not such a hot idea.
She was just elected and is already making it very clear she doesn't give a shit about the people of Seattle. According to public statements and reporting, the mayor has already ordered police not to arrest drug users. According to public statements and reporting, the mayor has ordered police to not arrest offenders for open drug use citywide. That's right, open drug use. No arrests, no consequences for just shooting up black tar heroin on the street right next to you and your kids.
That's bad.
I don't think making open drug use really helps addicts. Basically tells me that the city supports them killing themselves slowly or, doing the fentanyl. Sure as hell doesn't help taxpayers, business owners, or anyone who still wants to walk down the street without stepping on a dirty needle. Seattle already struggles with open drug use, public disorder, and repeat offenders cycling endlessly through the system. Them judges I talk about all the time on here. And the solution from the new mayor is just stop enforcing everything. And the people who actually live there, I guess they're just told to cope with it. That's crazy, man. It's only a matter of time before New York and a lot of other places are like that. Please stay out of Texas. Okay, we got a story that makes out.
Please stay out of every single red state in the union, and for the love of God, just stay in your own communities. But you won't. You'll keep spreading that. People will vote for the policies that makes this possible. They will see shit go so bad that they have to pack up all their shit and move somewhere else, and then they will keep voting for the same people whose policies will create the situations that they just fucking left. It's like a virus of aberrant stupidity. Stay out, and Donut said stay out of Texas. I would like to add, stay the fuck out of Missouri. Because I left Illinois. I left Illinois going on 9 years ago, and I don't want Missouri turning into Illinois.
Absolutely no sense. Like reality is stranger than fiction sometimes. This is definitely one of those. If it was Jeepers Creepers. Please start investigating after something at a local cemetery.
I refuse to watch. I refuse to so much as watch Jeepers Creepers. I refuse to even buy any DVDs for it used, because I refuse to watch anything Victor Salva has his name attached to out of principle. Fuck that guy, and fuck the judge that gave him such a light sentence for what he did. And for the people who don't know what he did, for the people who don't know what Victor Salva did,
Victor Salva, the director of Jeepers Creepers, videotaped himself doing horrific things to 12-year-old boys. So he does not get one penny from me. He does not get one watch from me. Even after he's dead, I will not watch his shit. I will never eat, and I will never buy any of his shit used. No, fuck him. Fuck everyone who supports him. Fuck everyone who supported him after his release from jail. Just fuck him in general.
Whew.
Catch their eye. That something is human bones. Pennsylvania grave robber Jonathan Christ Gerlach stole more than 100 skulls, body parts from cemetery. The human bones I was talking about were just sitting in the backseat of a car. They weren't hidden or wrapped up or in a box or anything. They were just sitting there. Officers move in and catch the driver of the car as he's walking back to it. Yeah, just take a look at this edgelord right here. Septum piercing said it all. He's carrying tools, including a crowbar, which is never a good sign when you're near a cemetery and have human bones in your car. Story gets crazier. Investigators follow him back to his home. Detectives later make their way to his basement, which they described as a horror movie that has come to life. You can guess what else is in there. They find hundreds of human remains, skulls on shelves, femur bones, mummified hands and feet, 2 decomposing torsos. One still had a pacemaker in it. Some are pieced together, some are just stacked up. It was like a collection, and most of them were in the basement of this dude's house. There was a separate storage unit the guy owned that there was even more. I guess one house full of corpses wasn't enough. Authorities believe that it was just random. This guy targeted mausoleums and underground vaults at a massive abandoned cemetery that dates back to the 1800s. At least 26 vaults and mausoleums were smashed open. In one case, investigators said the guy even rappelled down into a crypt to steal some bones. Some of the remains were hundreds of years old, but some of them were also infants. Just the mummified remains of small children. This dude was taking pictures of himself with the bones and posting them on Facebook. He's facing hundreds of charges. Now the investigators have to literally piece these together and figure figure out who they are. Some of the remains were from a young girl in the 1800s. The pacemaker I mentioned earlier means it's someone from within the past 100 years. Just another one of those crazy ones I wanted to bring to your attention because it's so nutty. And for our final story with the
What? Do I even have a clip that could summarize that could actually actively summarize this? This guy after a visit to the cemetery.
Today was a productive damn day.
Yeah, this guy after visiting his mother's grave.
Man versus car. Police respond to a store for a guy who is armed with a gun and shoplifting. And right away, we're not going to ease into there, of course. He's armed and he's committing a crime. We're going to get there as quick as we can.
You want to get tased? Drop the gun! Drop the gun now! Drop!
The 4 words you never want to hear. You want to get tased?
Drop your gun! Tommy's got a gun. He pulled the gun out on me.
Well, the police officers catch up to this guy, and the body camera starts off with them chasing him across an open field. You can hear the commands as clear as day. We got our drop the gun, and shockingly, the suspect does not drop the gun.
Ready to wheel Tom towards the office. Still got a gun in his hand. Drop your gun now! Drop it!
Instead, he keeps running across the road, still armed and still ignoring commands, which is about the worst possible decision you can make when cops are chasing you. That's when another officer joins the party and pulls up in a black patrol truck.
All that's missing is a certain electrical or gas saw. Apparently can't say that either. Don't push. I mean... You bring the chainsaw, I'll bring the beer.
Come. Dice is in the truck, following him. Northbound towards CDOT office. CSP office.
And now we switch perspective from the body camera to the dash cam of the truck. Dude's still running.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop it! Don't let him get over there. Davis, you're taking my son away. Drop it!
He's still holding the gun and refusing to drop the dang thing. And now the situation escalates again, because the suspect is now heading towards a crowded parking lot. Aha, this is where Tennessee versus Garner jumps in. There's people around, there's cars nearby, including an innocent person's vehicle. This is where an alarm would go off in every cop's head. That alarm is potential carjacking, or even worse, is shooting. Maybe a hostage situation. Maybe he runs into another store and it's a barricaded suspect.
Drop the gun! Closer, closer, closer. Watch the backdrop. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! You want me to hit him? He's going to that car!
I was wondering why, at the beginning of the video, the guy in the passenger seat was screaming, "Get out of the way." I thought he was yelling at the suspect. I didn't realize he was yelling at the civilians.
Get out of the way! You want me to hit him?
I didn't realize there were civilians in the park in the vicinity of the parking lot across the street. I love the guy in the driver's seat. You want me to hit him?
He's going to that car!
You can even hear the officer say out loud that he is worried about the civilians the guy is running towards. And then the officer decides to disarm the suspect.
Get out of the way! You want me to hit him? He's going to that car! I'm going to hit him.
Boom! my god. Replay. If a voice like that tells me to move, I'm moving. Can you replay that wipeout? Yes, I most definitely can replay that wipeout. That was beautiful. That was absolute cinema.
He's going to that car! I'm gonna hit him.
The officer commits, rams the suspect with the truck, and I don't mean a nudge, I mean full send. From the dash cam, you can see the suspect almost get straight eaten by the truck, and also his gun that flew into the air. Oh god, it's a f***ing high point. No shots fired, no carjacking, no innocent people hurt. Officers move in and start life-saving measures. Despite their best efforts, the guy doesn't survive. When a truck hits you, it could mean you can die. Anyways, the officers in this situation, I'm pretty sure did what was right. You can let me know if you don't think they were right in the comments below. That's all I have for you fine people today. If you want to help support the channel, you can go to donutoperator.com, subscribe to pepperbox.tv, or follow my second channel here on YouTube, Donut Operator TV. Until next time, please have a fantastic day.
Oh.
Last time.
Oh Lord. Should have put wasted. Yeah, I mean I feel like that would have been too obvious, but oh Lord. Oh my Lord in heaven. We have got a return to Princess Azuli. Courtesy of Bubba. Oh. Ooh. Jabba the Hutt had too many death sticks. Oh, great. And now my dog wants to flap his gums. Okay. Guys, if you will excuse me for 1 second. Beef heard my dog wants to play. Okay, if you guys will excuse me for 1 second, I am going to go out there and I am going to... Maybe I won't have to. Sounds like Duke fixed his shit. Because he knew I was about to. He knew I was going to be coming out. Alright. Bubba! Stop adding new Benazuli videos to your fucking... Dude, he dropped... I've already got 2 Benazuli videos on here, and he just dropped a third one. Dude! What the hell? Can we get to the first 2, please?
Last time on the Alpha Male Universe.
Don't you want that ex to see you on social media, on IG, living the life? Ripped, shredded, six-pack? Now, everything that I put out there has allowed me to become one of the most recognized faces on the planet. But people reach out to me and say, hey, King, how do you take this kind of... I knew where I was going.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
2026, I'm just going to win bigger than I have.
Welcome back to the Bubba YouTube channel.
I'd say they did Cyrax dirty, but that would imply I have sympathy for him. Yeah, if Cyrax ever wants to go looking for sympathy, he should just crack open a dictionary and flip it to somewhere between shit and syphilis.
Alpha Male Universe episode is gonna get crazy, so be sure to smash that like button if you're in the Bubba army. Now, we have to talk about this situation with Princess Azuli. It's been about 2 weeks since we last checked into what he's been doing, and lo and behold, it got even worse with him. He recently gave a speech at a high school. Yeah, you heard that right. Calabasas High School. At first, I thought it was a prank because this guy is lying about everything, but it is a real video, and we're gonna talk all about it. So without further ado, let's get into flow state together and get this show on the road.
How the fuck is this guy allowed anywhere near a school? Period. The kids up front are psyched. The dudes in the back are just like, who the fuck is this guy? There is no way any of that is legit. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's AI generated. No, I'm saying there is no way those kids are that hyped to see one of the biggest clowns to ever disgrace the internet since Andrew Tate. There... No fucking way. There's not one... All those males and not 1 ounce of testosterone in that room. If assuming the kids in the back aren't actually aren't just sitting there apathetic, and they are silently losing their shit, there is not 1 ounce of testosterone in that entire fucking room. Why does it... Dude, homie's coming in like it's supposed to be a fucking WWE promo. There's no way.
He's going to talk to you about how you can transfer.
Alright, my apologies, guys. I sound like Squidward because I did a 4-mile easy run in the rain and it was cold as hell out there, but you know what? You gotta do your cardio. You gotta be in your flow state. So let's talk about this whole thing, okay? I know that we haven't heard him yet speak. We saw all these high schoolers freak out. Most likely, these people know him from the whole Ali Azuli, you're a nice guy meme on TikTok. All of these people from this generation are constantly on TikTok, and that's probably where they know him. But I have to ask this question. Who the fuck is the principal of the Calabasas High School? Like, genuinely. Like, do these people research? Do they research who the fuck comes to these schools when they give public speaking events or something like that? Because if you just do your minimum research, you can find out who Azuli is. It is not that difficult to look at all of the videos, all of these posts online about who Azuli is. So, you know what? I feel like the principal is somewhat complicit in all of this. Maybe it's a friend of Azuli. Who knows? I'm sure someone in the comment sections is going to know more information than I have right now. So let's check out the rest of this bullshit speech.
Okay, let me say Damn, I didn't even think about that. He may be right, though. What if he showed up and instantly got decimated by the Quiet Kid? I would have no sympathy for it.
One thing to that. Guys, I paused my day, I stopped everything to come speak to you. It's the first time I'm speaking at a school. Please let him speak. Let's all act like adults here. And after that, I'm going to speak. I'm here to inspire you guys. Want to make sure you guys do better and absolutely win at life.
I appreciate you coming here. Everyone's very happy. Awesome. So you know what? We're just gonna get straight into it, okay? I was gonna do this as an interview, but I think Ben could just speak to the guys and girls here about everything.
Ben Azuli speaking to girls. Something that should never happen. It's like if Andrew Tate showed up instead of him. The fact that there genuinely are people, and especially young men, who actually look up to him actually bothers me. If I had a son and I found out he was looking up to guys like this and guys like Andrew Tate, we would be having a very long conversation about the difference between masculinity and the images. and appearances about true masculinity and the appearance of masculinity. People still support Colleen Ballinger, Dr. Disrespect, and James Charles. That's true. That is unfortunately very true.
I'm going to turn it over to Ben, King Ben, whatever you want to call him, buddy, and go for it. Thank you so much for coming.
Not the people cheering for Ali right before Azuli's gonna give his speech. You fucking chinless lame. Azuli really thought he was that guy going to a high school giving some type of motivational speech. The funnier thing, I can't even get it out, is that his video has 200 views.
260 views in 5 hours, but you supposedly have 500,000 subscribers? Tell me you're botting subs without telling me you're botting subs.
Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm gonna expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you. Exposed, 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 exposed.
My God.
200 views, and he wants to claim he's one of the most well-known faces on the planet.
Big ballin'.
The guy next to him in the suit says like, "Oh, whatever you call him, King Azuli or whatever." This is humiliation. This is literally humiliation. He tries to like put all of these students at the position of attention. Is like, you need to listen to what I'm saying. They don't give a shit, man. I feel like all of these people are in on some type of joke, but Azuli is not part of it.
Honestly, I wanted it to go completely different, but this is wild. Okay? I know you guys all feel the energy right now. You guys feel the energy in the air, right? I'm assuming everybody knows who I am.
Maybe like 10 students in that whole room, 10 or 15 know who you actually are. The rest of them are like, man, I see so many of these fake alpha male dudes on TikTok, I can't even keep track.
If you don't, I'm just an F student.
He says that like it's something admirable. It's not. It's proof that it's just proof that you couldn't get through school. That's not actually a flex.
So I came out here because I wanted to speak to everybody. And I wanted to speak to people face to face. Because what you see on social media and the person that you guys see on social media, as much as you want to connect to that person, it's hard. It's through a screen, you don't really get to feel the energy, the vibe. Is he a good human? Is he not? I guess you guys could tell I'm a good person.
His voice makes me want to... It doesn't make me want to go to that extreme, but it does make me contemplate dragging my balls across broken glass. Like, I feel like that sensation would be more pleasant.
Don't do any bad.
What is up?
Don't do anything bad, like like gangbang a minor with an intoxicated minor with your brother and your piece of shit friend. So don't do anything like that. Slamming my tongue in a car door. Dude! Slamming your dick in a car door.
Up with the broccoli head shit, man. I cannot stand that hairstyle, and there's just way too much broccoli head going on in that room.
I mean, in fairness, our generation had the Justin Bieber mop hairdo. Like every other guy at my school had that look. I will never understand it, but then again, I've always tried to do the 90s curtains look.
But this has to be a top 5 most cringe moments in the alpha male universe. He is getting humiliated, like by far, okay? He has no control of that room. He has no command voice. He is just like mumbling on the mic. What is up with him trying to say like, oh, you guys already know me, I'm famous.
Alpha males are evolving just backwards into Neanderthals. They've always been Neanderthals. They're just well-dressed Neanderthals.
Miss, you probably can already tell that I'm a good person. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about that they can tell that you're a good person? They're just clowning on this guy. They're like throwing their backpacks in the crowd. They're throwing water in the crowd. They're all recording him. It's just, this is a joke.
But you guys are all young. And I want you guys to understand one thing. You are the future. I'll be around for some time, but you guys are the future. And I can tell you, the future looks bright. I love all of you guys, even though I don't know you personally. The reason I got onto social media 2 years ago was because I wanted to inspire young people. You guys could make the world a better place.
No, it's because you smelled a grift and you latched onto it. Well, the problem is, now 99.999999999% of the general public, I would assume, I would hope, knows exactly what that looks like. All it takes is one Google search, kids. Yes, Google is free, and it takes 5 seconds to look up this guy. Once you do look him up, you sound like Nolan North surrounded by zombies. Either that, or Hitler and Inglourious Bastards. 9999999.
Or a worse place. It's all your choice. As a young man, when I went to school, I dropped out at the age of 15.
Hold on. Dude, really? The Vince McMahon gif?
Not by choice.
So you already know that Azuli did no preparation for this speech. He decided he was just going to roll out of bed with his chicken legs looking absolutely ridiculous and give a speech at this high school. But I don't understand why he looks at the crowd and then he says the future is bright. Like, there is nothing to indicate by watching this clip that the future is bright. Like, literally that room is brain rot. Like, we are so cooked as a society. Like, oh my God, we are beyond cooked. And he's telling them that he loves them even though he doesn't know them, and considering his background with his criminal history, that's even creepier. It is just the worst look ever. And then they start hyping him up when he tells them that he dropped out of high school. Oh my God.
Anyone who chooses to play a certain historical dictator should be examined closely, because you won't catch me doing that job. Well, it requires a certain build, and it requires a certain facial structure, so you and I are out of the running. Besides, I think any actor who plays Hitler is fully aware of the fact that they are not actually Hitler. It's just pretend.
By choice. Not by choice. I dropped out for one reason, was to take care of my family.
I already don't take him seriously, but the jab of the dank pop-up isn't helping. Dude! Jab of the dank. I love that. Why do I feel like there is a cue card, or there's a thing on the, even though we didn't see it when the camera panned over, there's like a thing on the projector screen that says when to applaud, that almost like on a studio set for like a sitcom or a talk show, where that little light goes up that says applause, laugh, cheer, that kind of thing.
Now, this is
because there is no way their reactions are actually organic. It's bullshit. Absolutely bullshit.
a little bit. You guys have to have a little bit more sentimental to this part of my life. My mother had cancer, and she wasn't doing so well. My dad had an injury on his back, and I had to become the man of the house.
He's 100% lying. Now, before you say, Bubba, that's pretty fucked up to doubt that his mom had cancer, let's just assume he is telling the truth. Would I be shocked if he is lying about that? I really wouldn't be shocked, because he has lied about everything. We've established that he is a stolen valor lame. That is the worst of the worst, in my opinion, but I'm not going to go towards that direction of doubting his mom's medical condition, okay? What I'm saying is, when I say that he is a liar, is that this is not the reason why he dropped out of high school. He's trying to make himself sound a lot more righteous than he really is. He didn't drop out of high school at that age because he needed to be the man of the house. If you don't believe me, let me play this clip.
At the age of 15, I dropped out of high school. There was no need for me to stay in high school. I went to Grant High School. We had a police station in the school. And one day, there was 5 Mexican dudes trying to jump me in the bathroom. I beat the shit out of them. I left one of them with his head in the toilet. When I left school, the following day, I came back. As I was leaving school, they came and they started shooting at me. So, it started getting more violent. And, if they can't beat you by hands, it was 5 of them. And they had to use some other force, which was guns. So that was the last time I went back to school. I said, if I go back, I'm just going to have to... I don't want to hurt anybody that bad. It is what it is. It's time to get out of school.
Isn't this the craziest shit you have ever heard? Like, when have you ever heard of a man grifting his mom's cancer to look better in front of a bunch of people? He never dropped out because he needed to be the man of the house. According to his story, is that he beat up 5 Mexican dudes, and then they did a drive-by on him, and he decided, I'm gonna have to unalive them. So let me drop out of high school. Personally, I think that's also a bullshit story. I don't believe that he dropped out because he had to be the man of the house. I don't believe that this guy is like John Wick or whatever, beating up 5 men at the same time. The guy just dropped out because he's stupid. That's really it, okay? But he tries to make himself appear much more righteous than he is. Like, this guy literally grifted his mom's condition. That is crazy. If we just assume that he's telling the truth, or
because he saw that Andrew Tate tried that, Andrew Tate tried to hold on, because I gotta go back into the watch later folder and make an adjustment again. It's a fucking Bubba. But yeah, there's no way this motherfucker actually I just lost my fucking train of thought. This guy... Where the fuck did I even go? What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, he probably heard that Andrew Tate was trying to claim his mother was dying of a heart attack in the UK to get out of facing charges in Romania, and that didn't work out. Got called a grifter for simply asking people to pray for my stepmom and wasn't asking for money. That's not even close to being a grifter. A grifter is somebody who cons people for money. That literally does not apply. That's fucking bullshit, dude. Jason Momoa's ruined for you now? How?
Even not telling the truth, right? You still look bad, because if you're lying about your mom having cancer, you look like an asshole. And then if you're not lying, and then it got found out that that's not why you dropped out, you also look like an asshole. This guy just cannot win.
I did go back to school when I was about 22 years old to get my GED. Did I use it? No. But I wanted to prove to myself that I was smart enough to go out there and do it. I passed all the tests, same day. It was just to tell myself that I could do it. Now, in school, a lot of the young people are, we're not that kind to one another. Kids weren't super kind to me. They liked to joke around with me. I came from Israel. I barely spoke the language. I started learning how to speak English at the age of 10. They would laugh at me that I had an accent. At the time, it was a very deep accent. But I only looked at it in one way. I'm not a victim. I didn't survive. I'm not a survivor. I'm a warrior.
There's no way. Yes, Case, and I saw your Jason Momoa comment. Princess Warrior. No, I saw your Jason Momoa comment, and I was like, how?
And a warrior. This is great.
Homeboy is genuinely acting like he is in the ring cutting a WWE promo. There is no fucking way this is organic at all.
A warrior.
This is 100. I promise you this is staged. He looks like Wish brand Jason Momoa from certain angles. I don't know if it's the facial structure or the tattoos. I mean, if you see it, if you see it, then sure, but I'm not. So, but that could just be me.
Loves the difficult times. A warrior loves the adversities. A warrior loves the challenges. Sometimes as young men and young women, you're going to face challenges.
A warrior apparently loves LARPing as a playboy.
What is this guy talking about with not being a victim or a survivor, right? When we talk about being a victim or a survivor in the context of talking about Azuli, he is the one who victimized someone. Oh my god, it's always a sob story with this lame, right? This chinless, nasty lame. I honestly get to a point with every single Azuli video where my bullshit meter just gets maxed out. Like, I'm done talking about Azuli. Eventually, I'll check back in, I'll update the community about it, but I'm sick of hearing him talk TikTok, like with his LARP, his bullshit LARP about being a warrior. All this guy has been doing is been living off of his mom and dad's money. That is it, man. This guy is such a lame, and he doesn't even understand that he was trolled the entire time by these broccoli head people, by these brain rot people. It's just the funniest thing to see. I figured that you guys would enjoy watching this, as I know 100% that the Bubba Army is going to come in strong, and we're going to 10x what he got. He got 200 views. Come on. I mean, we're going to hit 2,000 in like the first 30 minutes or something like that. It's going to be hilarious to watch him cope and see Mr. Worldwide, Mr. Famous, that everyone...
Jack Doherty wants to know your location.
Everyone knows his bullshit nasty face. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, right? So that's going to be the video. Hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained.
Bubba said he wants this video to get to 2,000 views. It's at 45,000 views.
If you're new, then please be sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing to the Bubba YouTube channel. Until the next video, guys. Later. Last time on Alpha Male Universe.
More Bubba. Oh my lord.
I'm assuming everybody knows who I am?
Nope.
If you don't, I'm just an F student.
It's time to stop. I'm gonna call Child Protective Services.
Yes! The filthy Frank!
I love all of you guys, even though I don't know you personally. The reason I got onto social media 2 years ago was because I wanted to inspire young people. I dropped out at the age of 15.
Welcome to the Alpha Male Universe, Bubba Army. Be sure to report for duty and smash that like button to be in the fight against Princess Azuli. Well, there is a ongoing
No way! Somebody photoshopped a cucumber in place of the mic! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wait.
controversy in the AMU space that is involving Princess Azuli and the Calabasas High School. Someone over there who works for the Calabasas High School decided it was a brilliant idea to invite a guest speaker who has a criminal record conviction of a S crime. Yeah, you heard that right, and Princess Azuli is that man. He decided to give some type of alfalfa male motivational speech to these high schoolers, and it's not really panning out how he envisioned it. We have a super pissed off parent who is demanding answers immediately from the school. This is going to be the part 2. We're going to get all into it, so be sure to get in the flow state, and let's get this show on the road.
You're going to face challenges.
W for that parent.
But it's okay. It's all part of God's plan.
I don't know if he's in an active lawsuit or if he's... He tried to threaten certain content creators with a lawsuit, and all they did was just clown on him even harder, so I assume that was just an empty threat. Empty, just like his brain and his balls.
Here believes in God, raise your hand. Let me ask him. I want to ask him a question.
I'm ready.
Do you believe your... Hold on. Do you believe your parents are your parents, or you know they're your parents?
I know they're my parents.
Right? Believe is a word of doubt. We don't believe, we know. God is like Wi-Fi. You could connect to him anywhere, you just can't see him. Guys, I want you to listen. Because everything that happened to me happened for me.
Considering Princess Azuli's criminal record, he's basically that nasty, creepy youth pastor that you probably heard about. Those type of guys that prowl on unsuspecting innocent people. Yeah, it is really disgusting what is going on here. I need you to...
Honestly, he kind of dresses like one. He really does. Damn. Bubba, that was a little too accurate.
Just take a moment real quick and just really dwell on what I'm about to tell you. He is telling a group of high schoolers that basically everything that has happened to him happened for him to be successful, okay? He is trying to make himself be a victim, and he is trying to say that the S-crime case that he is involved with is actually good for him. And that is like what he's trying to tell these high schoolers, but he's not saying that exact detail. And
I don't think he has a... No, it doesn't look like he's got a man bun, but he does have that... he does have that side shave, that undercut look. Which... I mean, it's not a bad look. It's just... I mean, the hairstyle itself is fine. It's everything else about him. There are so many worse things to knock this guy about than his fucking haircut.
I know this because he has made videos saying how he is happy that the S crime occurred.
And you know what's worse? That the wise nuts that were supposed to be cool with me, they posted the video with me and Ollie, and before that, they put a description saying that we didn't know King Azulai sexually assaulted a woman.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And that upset me a lot. That really disappointed me. That was absolutely disgusting. All of that just to save their asses. Like it was a big deal. But you know what's the difference between a regular man and me? I walked out of hell. But when I walked out of hell, I didn't just walk out. I absolutely dominated. I'm the one that left hell in flames. I burned that motherfucker down. And the internet? They thought that they were going to bring down King Azulai. They didn't know. And now what's left is some comments of loser men, low life, degenerate men who are saying she was 15. Go f*** your mother. And then come back and tell me she was 15.
This...
So he's pretty much embracing lolcow status at this point. You're seriously demented, my guy. But here's the problem, though, Ben. Guys like you, who get famous for being complete pieces of trash, who this is their entire persona, this is their entire gimmick, they don't last. Yeah, exactly, Kason. Just this whole gimmick, which apparently some people, I've heard from some people that this isn't a gimmick. Like, he actually believes his own bullshit. He actually thinks, like he actually is this like pathological lying, completely demented narcissist, and it wouldn't shock me. Because you can just see how dead... You can just see how dead he is in the eyes. There's no humanity there. There's no personality there. Ben, I know you're Jewish, but you seriously need Jesus.
And then come back and tell me she was in.
This guy has literally said that bullshit before. And so when he is telling this room of high schoolers, that is something that you need to think about, okay? In a way, he's trying to use this room as like therapy or something. It is the weirdest thing ever, and parents are outraged at the Calabasas High School for whoever invited this guy. And I'm gonna actually read you those comments. So someone posted on the Calabasas High School Facebook page saying, so who at the high school thought having Ben Azuli, who has a conviction of SA of a minor, was a good idea to have come speak to kids? Now, a really pissed off mom saw this comment and did something about it. She had this to say: it was approved by a club called Junity. I already wrote to the superintendent and the entire school board. They had no idea about it. Neither did the school. I think some wrestling teacher signed off on it or something. No accountability. They even filmed the kids in a live stream and posted it on Instagram with no parental consent. If you Google this guy, you will be horrified. I can't believe he was allowed to speak in the lecture hall on campus. Huge school fuck up. And
Tina.
This mother has every right to be extremely pissed off. Like, the Calabasas High School absolutely fumbled the bag with this situation. They look awful. The fact that this guy just rolled up in there around all of those students is a huge safety risk. Like, this shit is ridiculous. And so the person who originally made the comment had this to say. Max says, Googling him doesn't show the half of it. There's so much that he's deleted recently to try and hide his past and the absolutely ridiculous lies he tells about himself. Then Tina replies with, I mean, who are they inviting next? Andrew Tate? Yeah, this is a huge PR nightmare for the Calabasas High School. Azuli tries to make it appear that,
to quote that cowboy in Facebook Reels, hot in the actual fuck. For real. For real.
This video was super successful. Apparently now it has 1,000 views. So congratulations, you chinless bitch, that you have
big ballin'. So you're pretty much on par with Clooney now.
Have 1,000 views when you have 500,000 subscribers. Congratulations, totally not botted followers or whatever. Well, let's continue on with the rest of the horrible speech that he did.
Everything that happens to me every single day.
No standing on the desk.
It's like Roblox all over again everywhere is a PR nightmare. No. Ooh. I'm going to move on before I start dry heaving thinking about Roblox.
I say yes. Yes. And the reason is because I need the universe to push back. Because if it didn't push back, I would have no reason to push forward.
You're fine, Kason. Don't worry about it.
He's basically coping to this crowd of high schoolers that Bubba Army, John Bravo, and the Saints Mafia absolutely gadoosh him every single day. He's literally complaining about us criticizing him to this room of high schoolers. Only if these broccoli heads really knew what he was talking at, then they would probably laugh at him even more. They'd probably cheer Ali's name even louder. I still find it hilarious that Azuli thought that they were laughing with him. They're just laughing at him.
Now, for the people,
I sincerely hope their parents gave them a good had a very long conversation with them about this guy when they got home. Once they found out exactly who and what this guy is. That he's not just the meme guy on. He's not just the guy on TikTok who's from the "Ali, you're a nice guy" videos. Like, no, this guy is actually a bag. This guy is 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
Who are paying attention, and the people who don't pay attention, I want you to know something. You're not going to remember every single thing that I said right now. But you will remember what you felt. If that touched your soul, if that made you think, if that made you feel like you want to improve, everything that has happened to me in life happened for the best.
Being convicted of assaulting a minor happened for the best. Us participating in a group assault on a minor with your brother happened for the best? It's a very good thing I don't own a shotgun. No. There was a very dark joke I was about to take. I was about to go in there, but I'm not going to finish it.
How did he even manage to make it about himself? Like, who is this speech for? Is this speech for Azuli, or is it for these high schoolers? I'm of the camp that it's definitely just to stroke his ego. This is an extreme narcissist. This guy's a straight up weirdo clown. He was not there.
Guitar Hero 3 Kurt Cobain edition. Kason, you made it for me. You made it for me.
Emotional, damn it. 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 Emotional, damn it.
To talk to these high schoolers and motivate them. He was there to just like boost his own ego and create this image that the people love him, that he's the people's champ. People are continuously
and it's a picture of a shotgun. You insert a Weebo to it.
cheering for Ali. They're saying they don't care if they even remember what he says. They're just trolling him, saying that he has a massive aura. Like, what is he bragging about to a group of high schoolers? He literally went to a high school to flex on them. Oh, I'm so buff. I'm so successful. I have no chin at all. This is just crazy.
A guy like me who used to never read books in his life reads a book a month. 12 books a year. Self-improvement books are great. Very, very important. Self-improvement books.
Dark humor keeps me alive, which is ironic considering that is very, very true. That is very true.
If you will be going into business, so some business books,
self-help books are just vapid bullshit that do not help. They really don't.
Books, these are all great. Let me share with you how I start my day. And if you start your day like this from now on, I guarantee you, all of you guys will have a better year.
I'm pretty sure by this point I would have already just walked out of the classroom. Or the lecture hall. I would have just left.
I wake up in the morning before the sun. I wake up to say hi to the sun.
Oh, wow. You know, It's just not like there's billions of other human beings on the planet that are waking up early to go to work. Wow, you want a fucking medal or something, Azuli? You want a cookie? You're just like everyone else. Except you don't go to work. You go and ask your mommy and daddy, can I have some more money so I can buy myself a Gucci purse? Like, this guy is such a lame. He's not a hard worker. He's not like in construction. He's not a law enforcement person. He's not just in your normal grind or anything like that, just going to a job and providing for your family. He
would have played David Carradine Simulator on the way out. Damn it, Casey.
literally just lives off his mommy and his daddy, and he wants to pat himself on the back, rub his own belly, because he wakes up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Get the...
Oh, big fucking deal. I wake up at 4 in the morning every day. You know why? Because 5 days a week, I gotta be out the door by 6:30 to start my shift at 7 o'clock. So, that's not a grand achievement, you fucking chode sandwich. And guess what? On my days off, I still get up at 4 in the morning just to keep that, just so my brain stays used to getting up that fucking early.
The fuck out of here.
I run a cold shower. I go into a cold shower just to get my body going. I go for a run, I go for a workout, and all of that is done before 6:30 a.m. Then you guys...
Such a grand achievement. As if there aren't other people who already do that as well. Yeah. So yeah, you're pretty much do this and you will have Elon Musk riches. It's like Elon Musk is fat. Well, he's not like fat, but he is soft. I'm pretty sure he doesn't wake up at 4 in the morning and go and exercise. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure Ben's version of exercise is injecting TRT into his biceps. And only his biceps, because his legs are going to sue his upper body for malsupport, because he's so disproportional. Why is it that everybody who's on gear only does gear from the waist up? They never do it from the waist down, and they always skip leg day.
Get to school. You guys get to school. You handle school. You handle business here, tasks, whatever.
Here's the thing, Casey. Twitter's been fucked for a long, long time, since well before Elon Musk took over. It was fucked before, it'll stay fucked, and honestly, all of social media is fucked. And I'm just here to watch the train wreck.
Whatever is necessary, homework. And once you're done with business here, tasks, whatever is necessary, homework. And once you're done with school, whatever you do after school will determine how your future is going to look. Stay away. Stay away.
This guy is a mouth with feet. This guy is a mouth with feet. He's just talking, but he ain't saying jack fucking shit.
From instant gratifications BS. You don't want any of that. You want to stay determined. You want to be a winner. And you got to remember, winners never quit, and quitters never win.
Wow, winners never quit, and quitters never win.
With all the depth, nuance, and emotional intellectualism of a Disney Channel original movie.
That was so profound. Like, how did you come up with that, Princess Azuli? Wow. I love how this guy also brags about him.
His beard looks like a scrotum. Ugh.
running or whatever, time and time again, I have literally exposed how he fakes and lies about his running times on his treadmill. Like, he will upload a video of him running at like a 12.5 mile per hour pace, which is extremely elite, right? And he says that he will do that for 100 minutes straight. Oh my god. Like, if you're a runner, you understand how ridiculous of a statement that is. And then let me add on even more. He will not have any sweat on him. This guy is not built for running. This guy has the craziest build ever. He has like these chicken legs and like a massive frame on the top. Like, it's just the strangest thing ever. It genuinely is. Chicken legs, massive top, and no...
Like someone took Willie Nelson's sack and drew 2 eyes on it and called it Emperor Balbati. I am the sack.
No chin. What a magical combination. Well, let's...
Yeah, and then when he climaxes, it just screams, Unlimited power!
To watch what the rest of these high schoolers do.
I almost feel embarrassed for him. Almost. But then I remember that this is Betazuli.
He really thought he was him in that moment, screaming, F students are the inventors, to a bunch of broccoli head people. I don't know what more I could say about this situation, guys. I'm truly at a loss of words. I wish I could say that this entire video was AI, but it's not. It actually happened. And now we have a controversy that is ongoing. That mom is super pissed off. I'm sure more people are going to hear about it as the school opens up next week. It is going to get wild in here. And the AMU just keeps delivering some crazy ass content. So be sure to smash that like button if you made it to this point of the video. I'd really appreciate it if you're a new viewer or just someone who hasn't yet subscribed yet, then to hit that subscribe button and join the Bubba Army. Until the next video, guys. Later. Last time on the...
Alrighty, so... If it was AI, I wouldn't be surprised. Remember when Will Smith... I remember the Will Smith AI videos. Yeah, honestly, Kason, I'm kind of enjoying this, where it's just me and it's keeping it loose. Like, if we're like streaming twice a week, where it's one just me and then one where it's you and me, like, I can actually kind of dig this setup. And then for you don't have to be like as active because we're not firing back and forth over Discord. So you could be in the chat and just chill out and just enjoy my shenanigans. More stuff to go back and watch. Hey, there is also that.
Last time on the Alpha Male Universe.
Alright, so I initially had something different to plan to watch to close out the stream, but it's a 30-minute long video, so I'm going to change that as the opener for the next solo stream that I do. So we'll do that one next week. But since Bubba literally just dropped this video, we're gonna close it off. We're gonna close it off with this one. You like to watch old streams? Hey, if I honestly, I'm extremely self-conscious about watching my older stuff because I kind of hate the sound of my own voice. But you you enjoy watching our old stuff. That's cool. That's hey, that's your thing, and I will not fault you for it.
Verse.
And now what's left is some comments of loser men, low life, degenerate men
Confession through projection.
who are saying she was 15. Go f your mother. And then come back and tell me she was 15.
Welcome back to the Alpha Male Universe. Now, Bubba Army, be sure to report for duty and smash that like button because we're in the fight against Princess Azuli. I'm just going to give a quick TLDR, a quick summary of the last two videos because you may have not watched those. Long story short, Azuli went to a high school, Calabasas High School. They did not vet his criminal history. They did not realize how ridiculous of a situation it was for him to be giving a speech to a bunch of high schoolers. And a lot of parents are upset, rightfully so. Now, he has actually made a situation a whole lot worse. I have a lot of information, more parents' feedback about this whole thing, a official response from the school, and a little bit more about the history of who Azuli is and why this is even more atrocious than you could ever think. So let's get in a flow state together and get this show on the road.
Gonna need more security.
What made you come and do this?
Well, I started social media just for this, just to inspire them. You know, at the end of the day, they see me and they value.
No, you started social media to make bank. That's what you fucking started it for.
Who I am and what it is that I do, and what I do all day. I work out, I make money, I have a wife, I have a family.
Injecting steroids is not working out.
And I'm a very productive human being. And in my opinion, any man that watches me at the end of the day is going to strive to become like me.
I hope there's not a single soul out there that strives to be like Azuli, stolen valor, be a monster, and commit heinous acts against people. Yeah, striving for excellence there, right, chump? Okay, so we need to talk about this, right? This footage comes from a page called Amuna LA, and I'm going to argue that they are just as complicit in all of this. They probably know Azuli personally because he is the first influencer that is highlighted there. They want to bring Jewish influencers to the youth of LA. Bringing Azuli to the youth of LA, like, does that even sound right? Does that even sound normal to any rational human being considering what we know about him? This page is also monstrous, okay, considering who they are trying to put on a pedestal. Whoever runs this page is a fucking coward because they shut down the comments, silenced everyone. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments calling out this page for their bullshit behavior. So, you know what? They're just as complicit, and fuck Amuna LA. However you like pronounce it, I don't know, right? Who cares, right? So let's move on. Let's actually talk about a parent who was deeply upset with the Calabasas High School. We'll probably circle back.
What do you suppose the over and under is that channel is just personal friends with Azuli? I'm thinking there's about a 90% chance, 90 over 10 chance that they personally know Azuli. They're probably one of his glazers or one of his butt buddies.
Back to this footage, and we're just gonna, we're gonna freestyle the whole thing. All right, so we have a post from a outraged parent. They posted on the Calabasas High School saying, this week from January 19th to the 23rd, 2026, Calabasas High School faced a grave security breach that has left parents outraged and deeply concerned for the safety of their children. A convicted Diddy known as King Azule was permitted to enter school grounds without undergoing any
You can't... A convicted Diddy? Bubba, you can't call him a Diddy because Diddy actually has money. Diddy actually has his own money. He had an entertainment empire beyond just being a media personality. Like the guy literally owned record companies. The guy owned artists. The guy owned careers. Ben Azuli doesn't own shit other than just his lolcow status. Convicted Diddy. I'm gonna hear that again.
Left parents outraged and deeply concerned for the safety of their children. A convicted Diddy, known as King Azule, was permitted to enter school grounds without undergoing any security or background checks. With a criminal history that includes the assault of a 15-year-old girl, his presence on campus poses an intolerable risk. So Azuli gets wind of all of these parents being really upset, and guess what he decides to do? Yeah, he decided to post something like this. She was 15 across his chest, like on a shirt, implying maybe he's selling some merch, making fun of the situation, right? What the hell is going on, like here on social media? That real people...
And I'm pretty sure it almost looks AI generated. It probably was AI generated. What the actual fuck is right? There is no... On what planet, in what solar system do you think, could you possibly think that's okay? Well, when you're a deranged, narcissistic shit swizzler.
Real authentic people who have done nothing wrong are banned, but a legitimate Diddy is allowed to just post and make fun of his victim. I have never heard of such a thing. The fact that more people don't know about this is actually a fucking shame. Like, more awareness needs to be raised. Like, if you're watching this video and you haven't liked or you haven't commented or done something to make this video pop up more in the algorithm, then please do something, because we have an actual person making fun of his victim, laughing about it. As you can see right there, it's hilarious laughing emoji. What is going on? Seriously.
The man that watches me at the end of the day is going to strive to become like me.
And this guy wants to inspire kids. If I'm a parent, and this guy speaks at my kid's school, and I see that, I look him up and I find out about his history, and I see that shit, I'm catching an assault charge. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. An admission of guilt. Exactly, Kaysen. Just... And when I go to jail, I will smile in the fucking mugshot. I will put the biggest shit-eating grin on my face that I could possibly muster. Because I know those are... Rocking an orange jumpsuit. There you go. I will... And when they ask me what... And if I get sent to prison, and the other inmates ask me, what are you in here for? I will put that shit-eating grin on my face just the same as I tell them exactly what happened.
Would you want to do more events and connect to the youth more, face-to-face, not just online? Do you feel a difference?
Oh, we know how you connect with the youth, Ben. It's the number one reason you shouldn't be allowed within 50 yards of a school zone.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
What would you say to other influencers like yourself to get them to come to the youth face-to-face and not just behind the camera?
I would say one thing. If you're coming out on social media and you're inspiring people, it would be a huge thing for you to do it face-to-face. Because there are certain people in life that touch your body, but there are certain people in life that touch your soul. But if you could do that face-to-face, it's a whole different ball game.
Oh, dude, if I was into the same demented shit he is, I would change my name and just move out to the fucking sticks and just live off the land.
They feel it, they want it, they need it. You can clearly see that young men are in need of support, of inspiration, of guidance, motivation. They need that. So when you're coming out here and speaking to these young men, or young women too, they're so inspired, you're changing up their life. One little thing that I said in there could change someone's life forever. And you could do the same.
This has to be a huge public safety concern that a man who has a convicted S crime and also a potential DV, yeah, we're going to talk about that. He doesn't like talking about it, who wants to meet up with the youth He wants to connect physically, whatever that means, with the youth. This shit is wild. I actually had some people in my comment section tell me, oh, Bubba, you're making a big deal of it. Those kids had a great time and no one was in any potential danger. Are you fucking dumb to say that? Like, how dumb are you? I swear, there are even Azuli glazers. The fact that there's even a singular person out there who glazes Azuli just blows my mind.
And I'm pretty sure most of them are from India, just like Andrew Tate's fans are.
You would think that common sense is common, but it's not. There's a bunch of fucking idiots and morons on this platform. But let's continue and talk about this whole potential DV thing I'm talking about.
Your grandparents die, then your parents die, then you die, then your kids will die, and your kids' kids will die, and so on. Now, I guarantee you're upset with me, but that right there, my friend, is a true blessing. Most people won't understand, but I'm blessing you to never in your life have to bury a child, because there's nothing more painful than burying a child. I personally lost my child. My son is 8 years old today. I've not seen him for 5 years. I had to mourn my child until one day he might come back to my life. So I'm blessing you to never in your life lose a child in any way, especially not burying him. God bless you all.
And thank God his mother has sole custody of him, because one you is already bad enough. We don't need more of you walking around.
And again, before you get upset with somebody, make sure you listen until the end of the fucking story.
So chinless bitch Azuli wants to gain some type of sympathy from the audience, claiming that he lost access to his 8-year-old son. Oh, I wonder why that may have happened. Well, when you look up Azuli's name in DV, this court case comes up, and truthfully, I would say that the timeline doesn't make sense. It says 2007, but it's possible that Azuli is just lying about the timeline. Now, when we look at this case, it says DV prevention with a minor being his son. So I don't have concrete evidence that he committed DV against his ex-wife or his son, but it's pretty concerning that the judge ruled against him and gave all of the custody to his ex-wife. I would reason that if there wasn't any evidence of some ridiculous things going on in that house of Azules, then the judge would have never gave custody completely away. You got to consider that is a massive, massive ruling by a judge to completely get rid of your ability to see your child. I think that there is definitely something there, and someone who has the legal resource access can probably give further clarification on this. I can't find any more information. I suspect that it may have been sealed, but who knows? I'm sure we'll find out more. So let's return back to an outraged parent who gives us an update about what's going on at the Calabasas High School.
I mean, the man has already been convicted of sexual assault against a minor. Are we really surprised there would be domestic violence concerns added on top of that? Because I find this about as shocking as a cold winter.
So someone from the Bubba Army managed to get a correspondence with a parent from the Calabasas High School. You actually may remember the name, Tina, and she had this to say. Good morning. Yes, somebody got fired. Unclear on whether it was high school staff or somebody higher up. It looks like one of the lunchtime clubs organized this and did not get any approval. They did not run it up the chain the way they were supposed to. So when it was time to bring this guy on campus, whoever actually let him in the door is the one who messed up. I don't think parents are angry enough. I don't think they're receiving enough phone calls or emails, to be honest. Well, I'm pretty sure more people are going to try to reach out to the Calabasas High School after this video goes live, but who knows? And then Tina had this to say more. I'll look into that. I have to say that there is more to the story. I don't know. It's not really my story to tell. But if anyone was really interested, they could look into who is funding that group at school and who accompanied that guy onto campus. He didn't come alone. Then she finishes by saying, I saw the Bubba video. Somebody sent it to me and I was so happy to see that there's somebody exposing him in the comment section. Was amazing. It does feel good to know that people who have nothing to do with the AMU can see the type of work that that we're doing. We're just trying to do the right thing. And you know what? I actually want to talk about that guy who accompanied Azule. I swear this is like some TMZ shit because I have no idea why there were multiple angles of Azule's speech at the Calabasas High School, but here we are. And at first glance, it doesn't really seem like anything unless you pay attention to the guy in the background, specifically the one holding the orange iPhone. Now that guy is going to be Devin. We have long speculated that Devin is the individual who is truly the real puppet master for the Azule grift. As you can tell, he's an out of shape lame. He doesn't look impressive at all. So he probably is trying to use Azule. Not saying Azule looks impressive or anything. I mean, how could you be impressive and you have no chin, right? Well, he's like...
I mean, he only looks impressive if you've never seen... If you only look at him from the waist up and you don't know that beard is masking a weak chin. Or I think I fucked that up. If you only look at him from the waist up and you don't realize that beard is hiding a weak chin, maybe you could almost be impressed by his physique. But then, take away the beard, look down at his little chicken legs, the facade evaporates.
Oh, this is probably my best shot to try to create some type of grift and use someone else without me being the fall guy. And that's what I'm suspecting is going on. Tina kind of alludes who accompanied him, and I find it pretty interesting that, oh, lo and behold, someone who we have showed sufficient evidence that he is the puppet master is holding that phone like the bitch he is recording Azule. So I don't really know what the significance of that is other than there were multiple people who helped orchestrate this event. Now we have an official response from the principal. His name is Bennett Wookie. Wookie? That's a crazy last name. I never knew Chewbacca was a principal of a high school, but you know what? That doesn't matter. So, good afternoon. Thank you for your email and for bringing your concern to my attention. We are reviewing our safety protocols and procedures to ensure the safety and well-being of students and staff. In addition, we will be reviewing guest speaker protocols with all of our clubs and staff to ensure speakers on campus adhere to designated approval protocol. Thank you. Now, this is where maybe you can use your own judgment, right? But considering someone was fired and now the school is reviewing their policy and trying to prevent this in the future, I would say this is a reasonable response to the situation.
I would agree. That's... Yeah. Faster than a beer during your drinking days. Or a set of rims at a Diddy concert. But you know what? Honestly, good on this principal for that. This absolutely 100% should have been allowed within 50 yards of that school, let alone allowed to walk on campus into the school and into a classroom full of students.
Other than the things that we have gathered, maybe a public statement, but I think they're probably trying to do some damage control. I personally think that they should have made a public statement owning their mistake, but we all know how these organizations work. They try to just cover it up, but at least they're doing something. I don't know. The more I talk about it, the more I think about it, I feel like they should definitely make a public statement, and it kind of sounds like they're sweeping things under the rug. But I'll let you decide that. I feel like I kind of talked myself into the position already. So rounding out the video and adding further on the mountain of controversy of Calabasas High School allowing someone who has potential DV in their criminal history, a S-crime conviction, and a storied history of stolen valor, a community member from the Bubba Army graciously paid Dawn Shipley to investigate the claims that Ben Azule has made. She had this to write to Dawn Shipley. Hello, I'm seeking verification information on Ben Mordecai Azule, also known as Benjamin Azule, was born in 1990 and currently resides in California. He is in his mid-30s. Azule has reportedly used his military claims to deceive individuals for business ventures and to harass or intimidate others. One day he claimed he was a Navy SEAL, another day he was a Marine, and the next a Special Ops with the Clear unit because it's secretive. If you need any additional information, please let me know. I've already paid the verification fee. Thank you. And Don Shipley, actually I should correct myself, his wife, but they work together, had this to reply. Madam, I greatly appreciate your interest in upholding the honor of the United States SEAL teams and your search for the truth. My efforts to expose SEAL imposters are performed as a service to the public and in honor of my fallen SEAL teammates, men who truly earned the right to the title United States Navy SEAL, but who are no longer able to stand forward in defense of their honor, their reputations, and their teams. If the naming provided is spelled correctly, I do not find a listing in the SEAL database. SEAL teams, underwater demolition teams, and predecessor units from 1943 to the present day. For anyone named Ben Mordecai Azule, I have also examined possible alternate spellings and names with similar pronunciations without finding any that appear to be applicable. Since his claimed participation in SEAL training and based upon the information you have provided, I can state conclusively that Ben Mordecai Azule never completed SEAL training, and he is not, nor was he ever, a Navy SEAL or a Navy underwater demolition team member.
Is anybody surprised? The amount of outlandish stories this guy has told about himself, the sheer volume of fan fiction this guy has written about himself, trying to promote himself. Is anybody the least bit shocked that he fibbed hard with a vengeance about his military record? I'm not. I find this about as surprising as my nuts sticking to my inner thighs in the summer.
And I just wanted to give a big shout out to that gracious community member for paying the investigation fee. Like, seriously, it means the world to me that people in this community are standing up for what is right. As Don Shipley says, he does that as a service towards his fallen team members who can't defend their honor and the reputation of the institutions they fought for. That's why when, Azule does this stolen valor bullshit, it just pisses me the fuck off, because he's seriously disgracing the institution and all of the fallen for claiming something he has never done. That's why I can't stand this guy from top to bottom. It seriously pisses me off, and I'm just happy that there are people who are standing shoulder to shoulder with each other in the fight against these alfalfa lame bitches. So you know what? I'm gonna end the video right here. If you haven't yet, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're a new or returning viewer, then consider subscribing to the Bubba Army, and maybe swing on by the Bubba Discord, where there is 24/7 AMU nonsense. Until the next video, guys. Later.
Alright. Female predators getting exposed video seems like a pipe dream now. And, well, like I said, Kason, we will... I'll add that video to the watch later, and we'll start the next stream off with that. I don't remember if I said I was going to start the other video that I had stored up in the watch later for the next stream, but if I was going to start off the next stream with that one, but I will, like I said, I will go ahead and that's what I meant. It's late, my brain's firing my brain's a little frazzled at the moment, but yeah, we are. So next live stream for this week, this coming Friday. I still haven't worked out a time yet. Case, and then I will be talking about Zombies 2, since we already did Zombies 1, and I plan on watching it on Friday afternoon, so it'll be fresh in my head for the stream. As far as my, if you're just tuning in, next playthrough down the line is is the original Dead Space. I initially played that as a series years ago, but I'm redoing it as a oneer. Right now I'm sitting on 7.5 hours worth of footage to sift through, so that's going to be fun. So, so this was actually a lot of fun, and I look forward to doing this. I actually like this format. Oh, really? You never beat the original because of the asteroid scene? Funny, I've only ever had trouble with the asteroid bit on console. I've had a much easier time getting through it with a mouse and keyboard, but that's just me. No sensitivity settings on the console versions. You know, I've never checked to see if the PC version has sensitivity settings myself. But yeah. This was a lot of fun, and I look forward to making this a new standard on the channel. I hope everybody who stopped in enjoyed themselves very much. And, yeah, look forward to Zombies 2, and then either the next reaction stream from me, or Dead Space. So, take care of yourselves, and catch you later. Yeah, Kason, I'll catch you later. I'll catch you on Discord right as soon as I sign off. See ya!